What's up, y'all? Welcome to Because We Are Podcast, episode 61. We're going to start naming these episodes. I think it's about time.
I was about to say we should.
Yeah, because it's good. You name an episode, you got a little insider, and then people look for it the whole. I mean, that's what I do when I see
I don't know if we can name them the way we used to, though. Like in a clever way to incorporate the name into.
Nah, that was like a short-lived kind of thing. I already knew that. Like at some numbers, there just wasn't gonna be something to work. You know,
we got them pretty high though.
Yeah, we did. We got somewhere. We got to goddamn 47. Or did we?
That was the goal.
Yeah, that's 37.
That was the goal.
One of those. But welcome to episode 61. Hello viewers and hello listeners. How y'all doing today? We are actually, like talking about a lot of good industry stuff today. So hope you're going to be interested in that. You're going to get the first hour for the YouTubers, the people that's watching. But if you want more, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/because I am podcast. I got to change the name on that too. But you'll be able to see all the stuff that we do like on the video side, and you'll be able to get like access to some Patreon exclusives. We just dropped a Patreon exclusive that we'll get to a little bit later. We'll talk more about that a little later. But we had some interesting conversation, and I think without further ado, let's just talk about what up. Like, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, fellas? How was y'all week?
Not bad. Black History Month is officially over, so I feel like a
regular ass nigga again.
Yeah, I just feel like a regular ass nigga again. All these corporations are not pandering anymore, so I don't feel special anymore.
Yeah.
All the sales are gone. All the niggas that was doing discounted features, all those deals are up. Black History Month sales was over. So
yeah, and double so because it's Women's History Month now. So now you like, you a man, you like double down, like so you out of here, man.
Yeah, they're gonna shove all the white women in our faces.
When did the Women's History Month start? I mean, I don't want to start here, but like, when did that? Is that always been a thing, or is that like a recent thing?
Must have been like 2016, 17, 18.
Okay. I'm not gonna stay on.
I don't think that was. I don't think it was always. It feels very new, like Juneteenth.
Feels forced, right? Feels a little forced. I mean,
not gonna say
I'm not. Yeah, let me not.
Like, slow down.
It's like why we need a month for women? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go there. But how you doing, man? How was the wedding?
Where's Men's History Month? The wedding was great, man. Shout out to my uncle and my new aunt. It was a beautiful ceremony in Charleston, South Carolina. Which
you didn't even send me no pictures, bro. I'm kind of mad about that.
I didn't take a lot of pictures. I did, but I didn't take a lot of pictures, to be honest, man. But it was a cool event. It's my third time being in Charleston. The cool thing about Charleston is Charleston kind of looks almost like an island. Like there's like a bunch of like palm trees and shit. I guess it would like resemble Miami a little bit. Because it's kind of on that coastal kind of thing. What is funny about that?
It ain't Miami, bro. Don't do that.
Just aesthetically, it is. I mean, obviously, it doesn't have the commerce and shit like that, so it's a little
Wildwood.
It kind of feels, yeah, I guess so. Like it kind of feels.
You never even been to Miami?
Yeah, no, I mean, nigga, GTA. I don't know.
It look exactly how it look in the video games.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it kind of is. They just like smushed all the regions together, but yeah.
That's like niggas getting their idea of New York from Spider-Man 2. Like everything.
But that's supposed to be like word for word, bar for bar, New York though. So it's a little cleaner. It's a lot cleaner though. Yeah. A whole lot cleaner.
That's for sure too. And ain't no niggas swinging around either. So
you replace all the crime in that game with garbage, and it's accurate.
I think Charleston is a beautiful city. I got some pretty interesting perspectives from some of the people that live there, but because again, the natives have like a southern accent, but it's also like Caribbean a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I think because it's so close to the like Geechee Islands, I think they're called. There's a little bit of like Afro-Caribbean history there as well. So it was fun.
I'm glad you had a good time. I miss wedding season for me. Definitely need to get invited to another wedding soon. Hint, if anybody listening, think about getting married, invite your boy. Another excuse to get dressed up and go drink with my friends. I'm down with it.
I only ever been to the 2 that I was at last year, and that was a hell of a good time.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, I'm with you there.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the next. I guess I'm not excited for baby showers though. Not as much. Those are a little different.
It's not as crazy.
It's not as crazy. Yeah, but I've been doing good. I went to a concert recently. I went to the Smino JID concert.
Dope.
I didn't know how it was going to be set up. It was kind of short, but this one guy, Jordan Ward, I don't know if y'all heard of him, but he's like recently up and coming. He had one of those songs. A lot of artists these days are doing things where they just be like, yo, I'm gonna release this song if this gets 100 something plays or 100 likes or whatever, and then they just don't release it for a while, or they just like repost it a bunch of times. It's like, hi, my name is Jordan and I made this song, I want to release it and all this other stuff. But so many artists are doing
but my label won't let me.
Yeah. It's just like
until I go viral,
building the hype, but it's just like constant, and they're doing it from different accounts and all that shit, but it's working. So this one dude, Jordan Ward, he opened up for GID and Smino. We got there kind of late, so we didn't get to see his full performance, but he sounded pretty good. And then Smino came on right after. I didn't know it was set up like that. I didn't know GID was the headliner, but I guess I don't want to say that kind of makes sense, but I didn't know. I thought Smino was the headliner, but doesn't matter. He put on a hell of a show. It was great. I don't know if y'all familiar with Smino's music, but he has like a St. Louis attitude and all that stuff. And he put on a good show, yo. And then when Jid came out, it like turned into like a whole different type of show, because he be rapping his ass off. Like you heard on the Forever Story, he was rapping his ass off. There were mosh pits. Like it was interesting. I didn't expect there to be a mosh pit at a Jid show. But if y'all know that song Stick, that song on the it was like on the Dreamville mixtape or album or whatever
Stick
it was.
Talk?
Nah, it's called it's called Stick. Right? It's with like him, Sheck West, Kenny Mason, I think. Drama's on it, all that shit.
Stick.
Yeah, but it sounded like some Triple X shit, which makes sense about the mosh pit and everything. He brought out Joey Badass for a song.
Fire.
Yeah, so I was hype about it.
What song?
He performed his own song. It was what song was it? Love Is Only.
Did they got a song together?
No, it wasn't a song together. It was Love Is Only a Feeling. Joey Badass. He just brought him out, and he like, because this was his second.
They probably got a song coming together soon.
I hope so. They had the what's it called, it on 2000 together. I forgot what the song was called, but they got that feature.
Wanna Be Loved.
Yeah, Wanna Be Loved. They could have did that, but it's all good. Overall, the experience was great. But bro, I stood in front of. Have y'all ever smelled something so like nasty that shit starts to like hurt you, like physically, like you start to like be repulsed?
I have,
bro. I kid you not. I smelled what was probably the worst underarm I've ever smelled in my life, bro.
Oh,
bro, it was bad, bro.
Why were you so close?
But, it was just first of all, we went to Terminal 5, and it was like we were at the top section, so we weren't that in the group of everybody, but we still had to like be on the ledge so we could see the show. And we just started smelling the smell, and we couldn't identify who it was. That's the problem. Like we didn't know.
I would have just started being like, "Yo, it's somebody stink over here," because you know when you stink.
I kind of did say it a little loud. I was just like to Nat. I was just like, "Yo, I think it's her. I think it's this girl right here." Because like every time, like
start blaming people.
And of course, during the fucking show, they had all these moments where it's just like, "Yo, put your hands up," and I'm just like, every time she put her hands up, that shit just is bad. It was the worst. It was the worst smell I ever smelled, bro. And I usually don't get like super sensitive about that type of shit, but it was bad, bro. It was bad. So this was actually a whole thing for a PSA for niggas to put on deodorant. That natural deodorant shit, it's not working. It's not working. Don't rub no lemon lime under your armpits. Put a stick on. Put a stick on.
Stop doing what's healthier for you in this situation.
Nah. It's all right.
Yeah, like
stick to what's work. If it ain't broke,
just like get the
conform.
cancer, bro. Like if there's ever a reason to like be okay with the cancer, like cancer, or like everyone thinks you stink for your whole life. Like it's I think that's a clear debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I think I'm.
You might as well.
That's going in the $100,000 episode.
What's worse, smelling bad forever or cancer?
Let's go right up there with the Mount Rushmore list.
Yo, stop, bro. Don't do that. Don't say it again. Not in the first hour, bro. And not only do we have on Patreon, we can be a little loose, but on the first hour of the pod, we can't even we can't talk about that Mount Rushmore.
You can't even.
Make sure y'all go check out the latest Patreon episode.
Yeah. Dame had this wild ass idea that we might end up doing for the $100,000 episode, but
that's got to be it. That's got to be at least a segment.
That's something you have to pay big money to
for sure
talk about. We not just gonna be talking
to flesh
about
out. To unpack that shit.
Yeah, man. It's more. But what we are gonna talk about today, before we get into, I had a thought, because niggas ain't got insurance. Hi, I'm sure you got insurance to your job. D, you ain't got insurance, right?
Nope.
No. All right. So this might be a tough one, right? Because you gotta really put your mind in something. But I had an idea, right? Because insurance, can you explain for me though? Is insurance that you get through your company, is it set up where your family is also tied to that insurance?
Yeah.
Okay. Word. So how do polygamists, do they get the whole insurance package? If they married to several people, they all get insured?
I guess it would depend on the state. If the state honors polygamy, but you're all covered. It's they can't exclude. Nah, bro, you got 3 wives are already on here. You can't keep putting in because when you want to amend your insurance, if it's not within that enrollment period, you have to have a life change, right? Bro, you can't have 4 different marriages. I got married again, but you didn't get divorced. Man, I got another wife. That shit sounds like cat, but I'm pretty sure in certain places.
Y'all got any openings over
Pennsylvania.
there?
What?
Y'all got any openings over there?
At my company? Yeah, hell yeah.
Nah, your marriage, bro. I'm trying to
Yo, what? Yo.
I'm trying to get. Nigga, listen to me, bro. If you really cared about
I'm not
me,
listening to you on this.
Listen, hold on. If you really cared about me,
no.
If you really cared about me, right? You wouldn't marry me if I really needed insurance. What if I needed a kidney?
What's wrong with you, bro?
Just listen, hear me out, bro. Listen, we don't even gotta do no weird shit. If we really because what is marriage really? If we really actually listen to me, bro. Listen.
It's when people get married for their citizenship,
exactly,
the fake marriages they do for that.
And they get paid for that. So, but we don't even gotta go there. They get paid big for that. I actually learned the number recently.
I think he's incentivizing you right now.
I just want him to hear me out, because right now he's just super against it. But
I'm listening. I'm listening.
All right.
I'm listening. Go
ahead. All right, cool. So listen, I think if you really care about somebody, right? What if the day comes where I need a fucking kidney, right? And I can't get it because I can't pay for it. But the only way to get it is if I have a good insurance company. I would do that for you. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely do that for you in terms of I need insurance, and the only way that I get that is through marriage, where somebody has insurance benefits already packaged into the deal. And it's not I'd be your husband or whatever. I'd just be
you would.
I would be, but I wouldn't be I wouldn't be, we wouldn't have all the, you set the terms of the relationship. You set the terms.
What?
Of what
you wear the pants.
You set the
whatever
terms.
You want to do, bro. Just let me know. You
honestly though, because look, in this partner, let's call it a partnership. Let's not call it a relationship.
Sure.
In this partnership, you would be the person who obviously is the breadwinner, and obviously in a partnership, you got all different types of people and dynamics and everything. Everybody brings stuff to the table, right? I could provide a lot for this partnership, I think. In terms of what you want to get out of life. You know what I'm saying? I got a podcast. I'm about to get my media company up and running and everything. And you can have direct ties, because obviously in a marriage, I wouldn't, we wouldn't have to sign a prenup unless that's something that you want to do. So you would get direct ties to that company. So what I earn, you also earn. So it's I get insurance, and you also get parts of, what's mine is yours, because we married.
You are describing one of the worst Adam Sandler movies to ever exist, which is I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
It's a movie?
Did you not know that there was a movie? Yes, there's a movie with fucking Adam Sandler and what's this other dude named Kevin James, the one from
King the cover art's gonna be
Kings
now.
of Queens.
2000 American buddy film as the title characters Chuck and Larry, two New York City firefighters who pretend to be a gay couple in order to ensure one of their children.
No. See, no.
In order to ensure one of their children so that they can receive health care. However, things go from bad to worse when an agent decides to verify their story. And they actually
Why we gotta be gay though? That's the thing though. We don't have to be gay.
To get married, we just have to be in a verifiable romantic relationship to be married.
Why does it have to be romantic to be married? If we want to get married, that's our business. And if we're doing it for insurance, that's nobody's business but us.
I don't think that's how it works.
Are we not a unit if we get married?
I don't think that's how it works. Because then I think people like marriage is a specific kind of partnership.
Do you agree or disagree? We have a serious problem with healthcare in this country.
Yes.
Answer the question. Yes. You agree.
Yes.
Would you do everything in your power to help alleviate that crisis?
Hey, yo.
Listen, just answer the question, bro. Just answer the question. Just listen, bro.
This thing is
Indeed,
gonna
you're not
get me canceled.
You're not safe neither. I'm coming for you next.
Relax.
Would I do anything to alleviate that issue?
Yeah.
I would do a lot to alleviate that issue. I'll march. You know what I'm saying? I'll I'll write letters to my governor. Right?
Yo, marching not gonna get me a kidney for less than $1 million.
I will give you my kidney, bro. You can have mine.
You give me your kidney before you'd marry me for insurance
to
pay for my own kidney?
Absolutely. That's way less of a fucking ask than like me standing up there with you and now you may kiss your husband.
Bro, you
absolutely
acting
not.
like we gotta fucking do the whole we
literally
don't have to have
do.
a wedding, bro. Why do we have to have a wedding, bro? It don't gotta be like that.
You know you cannot get married without having a wedding, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to fake. You gotta fake the wedding. You gotta take all the pictures and all that shit to make it look legit,
bro. It has
to be.
I
thought you could just go to the courthouse and get a license.
You got to do it there.
No, but I'm talking about to like make that shit look official. You got to make that shit look official.
Yeah, you cannot just marry someone just because you can't.
That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit.
The institution of marriage has existed as long as the country has. Like,
but listen, but we pod together. I could put together a whole collage of all the laughs that we've had. if we need to verify this relationship,
and that should be enough,
God, bro.
That should be enough. Like nobody's gonna tell me how I share my love and how I need to receive it. You know what I'm saying? I think we have a verifiable case. To be honest, I think if we really wanted to do this, it could work out. Personally.
To get married.
My brother Gav is actually an authenticator. So he can marry y'all.
See?
He's technically a priest.
Look, see? We about to just commit insurance fraud right here on the pod.
That's not insurance fraud, bro.
It's hypothetical insurance fraud.
This is definitely insurance fraud.
Why is it fraud though? If you love me, right? Huh? Say it.
Yes, I do love you.
You love me, right?
Yes.
If I need a kidney, literally, and you have insurance and I don't have insurance, you love me enough to marry me and give me that insurance because you love me, bro. Why is that not enough? How is that fraud?
Just because this institution of marriage is one, first of all, it's one in which many organizations vow to protect under any law. I'm telling, it's not going to be easy, bro. It's just not going to be easy. I don't think it's.
Yeah, I got the fucking for everybody.
I don't think it's.
Love not always. Yo, love ain't always that easy. But I'm willing to make it work for the greatness of. Because listen, bro, the idea we need to admit that the idea of the nuclear family, right? The mom, the dad, the son, the daughter, a dog, a couple chickens, and a white picket fence. We need to let that shit go. That was the American dream. The American dream is no more. I think if we all start to actually be serious about partnerships and be in multi-purpose relationships with people, you got more income than just two people, right? You got more connections and there's less divisions because y'all all working together. You know what I'm saying? With one or two people, it's very easy to get caught in y'all bubble just together and just not branch out as much. We talk about this all the time. So I just think multi-people relationships or partnerships, I should say, are more beneficial than just the typical monogamous. I just get the insurance because I'm married to you and only you. Nah, man. I think we can spread the wealth a little bit. I think
that's a hard sell for anyone. I wonder if like women would do it. Like would a woman marry her male best friend in order to like? I think I've heard that one time, like on TikTok, two people who are married in a relationship. Well, not in a relationship, but they're just married. They're friends. They date outside of the marriage, and like they're both cool with it because they're not actually attracted to each other. They're just like they know that they're
it's a business.
Yeah, it's like just a living arrangement, and it works for them.
What's the difference between that and what we try to do?
I feel like there's a one big difference. Like I don't know how we get past that part, but
Gay sex. Gay marriage is legal.
Yeah, come on, man.
Gay marriage is legal.
Sex, man.
I meant to say marriage is legal in every state yet, or no?
I believe it's like one.
They're trying to overturn it, though.
Yeah, they just rolled back in like Louisiana and some shit.
Yeah, or probably Texas or some shit. It's some places like that's really trying to turn back a lot of stuff. We don't got to talk about this, but in fucking, I think was it Tennessee? Somewhere just passed like some weird like Jim Crow type of law.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mississippi. It was Jackson, Mississippi. That's where it was. Not Jackson, but just Mississippi as a whole.
32 states have same-sex marriage bans. 32 states have same-sex marriage bans.
Marriage.
Same-sex marriage.
I keep hearing sex.
Not sex, bro. I'm not talking about sex right now.
But even that. So look. So hold on, like and listen, and I don't listen. I love you, bro. I don't mean no disrespect. Right?
I'm not trying to
by this question. No.
I don't know what you're about to say right now, bro.
I don't mean no disrespect from this question, right? So like if
let me step away.
Yo, dog.
So your wife, right?
Yep.
Yes.
She also has insurance.
Yes.
Right? I assume. So if we were, like if it wasn't like some shit where it's like, oh yeah, nah, it's a little too much. Like I'm not really with the gay stuff, whatever. Like if that's how it's gonna come across, would you let me join in through that basis for the sake of me getting
Yo, go to Dame, man. Like you got to start asking Dame some questions,
he not married yet.
Jesus,
he not married yet. And I even owe respect to Leslie. I don't even know if she got insurance yet, so I can't have that same. But if he was, I would ask him that same question. So hypothetically, D, if you did, like, I don't know if Leslie got insurance, but if she did have insurance,
Leslie does have insurance, and we don't have to be married. I think her insurance is, if you live with somebody for a certain amount of time.
What?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, that's like common law type shit, right? Almost. But how many years is it?
I don't know. I think it's like 2 years. So
2 years. That's easy.
That's easy. Like go live with this nigga, bro.
But you also have to be in a relationship. Like you have to be like a couple, a partnership type of thing. It's not just like any nigga who like you room with,
Yeah, exactly. Like your roommate got insurance because y'all live together.
To answer the question, I would rather you marry me than her.
See? But why?
Just because. I don't need to explain why. I just would prefer if you married me instead of her.
See, look at he's already possessive in this relationship. I want you all to myself.
See? Jesus Christ, man.
Yo, man. But you have a lot to gain from that. So I don't know. Just think about it, bro.
No, once we're on to the next topic, I'm never thinking about this again. Just so we're clear.
I need insurance, bro.
Okay.
Really care about me. I need insurance, bro.
If it really comes down to it, like where I really need some shit, bro, I'm coming to you because you kind of agreed to it a little bit. I think, you know what I think? I think if the situation really happened, you'd be a lot more receptive to it.
Maybe. You do have to, again, to get married, you do have to meet either with the magistrate or with the wedding officiant, whoever's conducting the ceremony, and they do need to verify your relationship. So if you pull him to the side, maybe, or her to the side, or them.
I already told you, we got a bond, bro. I already told you.
Again, these are the gatekeepers. These are the people who have to honor the institution of marriage. So in order for them to legitimize the marriage, they're going to have their own set of things that they would like to see in order to verify. So you do have to verify the marriage to someone in order to legitimately get married. Just so we're clear. Unless you go to Vegas, apparently. Because then you could just like marry anybody for any reason.
Flight's not too expensive right now.
You can marry a tiger, apparently.
That's it. Who do y'all think y'all could call to ask that question and would actually like go through with it? Like if y'all was really down on some like, yo, I really need insurance. Like, who do y'all think
that's such a crazy thing to ask somebody, bro.
But who do you think would actually do it though in your life that's married and like actually needed to go through this?
My boy Yoel. My dog. Bring that ass here. Sign these papers.
Yo, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, you might be right, bro. You might be right. I'm like tempted to like call him on and like ask him, have you ask him yourself. But like, yo, bro, if I needed to get married for some insurance, you would do it?
If I wasn't recording through my phone right now, I probably would call.
I could call.
Yo, this nigga is an agent of chaos, bro. Like that's his whole thing.
Bro, it's important, man. It's important. What about you, How? You got anybody you think you could call who like actually like consider that shit?
I probably do, but they know that if I was to ask, I really, really fucking need it because like so they would probably be like, yeah, all right.
It's your homie, which is like somebody you grew up with.
Yeah, no, my one of my best friends, John. I probably would ask him, and he would do it.
Yeah, you look like you'd marry a John.
John and Just, that's fine.
How would I ask?
Yeah, would you picture how I just pitched it? Because I think I pitched it pretty well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably similarly. Just I would first fucking like, bro, I need it. It's a kidney thing. There's no way I can afford it. You know, I just
let's go to the kidneys, bro. It's believable.
Yeah, for sure. Or a tumor, man. They said it's like I need the operation like within the next 2 months, or it's gonna be too late. And I'm, just a picture like that. I'm not gonna be able to afford it. You know, you have great insurance. We've spoken about this before. The only way that I see, is we get married, man. Like let's just.
And can you verify that, love? You think?
Yeah. He's definitely one of my best friends, and
what song y'all playing down the aisle?
Fuck.
Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married, the remix.
Yeah, the one with Run DMC for sure. What's going on? Hell yeah.
Should be fire, bro. I go.
I'm sure. You'd be one of the witnesses for sure.
So I think I need to like next week. I need y'all to do that for me. I need y'all to actually ask, like, candid too. I need y'all to like really pitch that shit. I think I put myself out there right now. I think I need some like support here. You feel me? God, I need it. I really need it.
I think that's gonna have to go on Patreon too, man.
Patreon.
The shit might not work. And then I'm gonna be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? That I asked somebody to marry me and they said no. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas ain't getting that for free.
Get back in that mindset, bro. Get back in that mindset. That hustle of like, yo, I really need this.
Have y'all thought about how you would ask? Like, y'all got any cool ways that you might want to like ask someone to marry you? Have you already considered it or not?
I did when I was younger. Like, I was out there. But now I feel like it's more of like, it has to be more of a personal thing. Like, it has to be something that y'all both kind of had the same idea about.
Yeah.
And but when I was like younger, and I was like, how would I propose? Of course, it was like some grand fucking gesture.
Yeah, bro. On an island with a plane, fucking writing out the words in the cloud and shit like that.
Yeah, nah. I was going to butter clouds. I was going to the moon, bro. I was like, yo, let me go to the moon, right? It's like I'm gonna lead a ring there, right? And then come back.
You gonna
to
what?
Earth. Listen, hold on, listen to me. Lead a ring there and then come back and then go with Shawty to the moon. I'm like, yeah, like let's just, let's go to the moon. Like, let's do this. This is a one in a lifetime thing, right? And then we get there and I bust out the ring that's already on the moon. And then I say, baby, I love you to the moon and back because I've been here before. You know what I'm saying?
That is fucking terrible, bro.
Damn, so you lied to her though? You said once in a lifetime. You've been there twice.
First of all, you wouldn't even be able to put the ring on her because y'all both gonna be in fucking spacesuits, right? So how the fuck she gonna get the ring on her hand?
I'm gonna open up the ring, but we can go back in the ship and then
take all that shit off that took 3 hours to get on, and and eventually you'll be able to get the ring on your finger.
And then we have some real good, 0G. You feel me?
Oh my god.
Yeah. What about you, D? What was your grand gesture back when you was younger? Or if you have one now?
No, I don't have one now. I'm definitely with you. Like it's definitely more personal now. But yeah, back when I was in like fucking high school, thinking I was in love with the person I was going to be with for the rest of my life. On an island, like I said, clouds in the sky, put up making the words and shit. Nah, I'm good. That sounds like expensive. You know how long it would take for a plane to write that in the fucking sky?
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, hold on. Just wait. Just hold on, baby. You got to make another lap around.
What if you found out a nigga seen your shit happening and like stole your idea, like because it was already
just took advantage?
Yeah.
And it's somebody you could see. Yeah. Now you see them over there.
This nigga like, why is he
like you capitalizing on the opportunity? So I got the receipt right here. This is my idea, baby. I swear. I literally paid for this morning.
You fucking up their proposal over there? Like, no,
yes, absolutely.
I'm throwing sand all over that shit, bro.
For sure.
Nah, it's a wrap.
Knocking that nigga over.
One of y'all going in the water.
Yeah.
Pushing that nigga over on his knee. Get up, nigga.
Yeah, bro. Throwing a fucking beach ball or some shit. It's over, man.
I stole my shit from Martin. You remember the episode where Martin asked Gina to marry him in the park?
I ain't watched Martin like that, so you gotta explain it.
Okay.
Don't judge, bro. Just explain.
Yeah, that's cool. They weren't together, so she was leaving to like move to California, some shit like that. And like Martin wasn't doing good as far as like work. I think he had just got fired from the radio station. He was like trying to do the TV show thing. He was trying to do the TV show thing where he was trying to convince her to
watching
stay.
TV like, what should I do, man? I don't know. How am I going to propose this to this woman I love, man?
No,
he's like, I got it.
It was always in my mind. But yeah, he had like he met her in the park and tried to convince her to stay. She said she wouldn't stay. The relationship wasn't going anywhere. It was actually really, really cool. Y'all should watch it on YouTube. But yeah, he basically proposed in the park, had like Brian McKnight come out and sing randomly. It was cool.
You call Brian McKnight?
Nah. So I did
you called your homie John dressed as Brian McKnight. He came out like
surprise, Shawty.
It was Brandon McDay.
Close though. Nah, I just got her. I just got her to go to Central Park. I was like, I don't know if I pretended to be sick or if I was actually sick. I really don't fucking recall. But I met her in Central Park. We did like the horse carriage ride, and then I just had like the flowers and like everything, and we did the horse carriage ride. And at the end of the ride, I had like our whole families like at the end of it and shit. And
you coordinated.
Yeah, I coordinated the whole shit. I had a buddy.
That's how I feel like it should be. You gotta kind of like, you can't just be the old. Well, some people do that, but like, it's good to have friends and family involved. If it's
for sure. Yeah, it was cool. Everyone was there. Got on my knees, congratulate. I fucked up my little like thing that you say right before you get on your knee. Fucked it up.
Stay forgetting his bars.
Facts, bro. It's the ADHD.
Nigga forgot the lyrics to True Love.
definitely stumbled, bro. They would have stopped my round for sure. It was bad. But I was just like
scared.
Oh, man. But I was just like, fuck it, man. Just get on your knee. Just get on your knee. Just do it. So I did it. Boom. Brought the ring out. It was nice. It was nice. It was cool.
I actually think I remember you telling me about this. Like when you said that when you proposed, you cried.
No, I didn't cry when I proposed.
You cried at your wedding?
At the wedding, for sure.
Was it at your wedding?
Yeah.
I thought it was when you proposed. I thought you said when you proposed, like you cried.
Nah, man, I was nervous as fuck. It's nothing. I was scared, bro. I was legitimately like terrified. I don't know what it was. I think I should have just wrote it down. But either way,
was there a moment you thought she was gonna say no, or was it like instant yes?
It was an instant yes. I knew she was gonna say yes, but I didn't know if it would work. Like because I can't remember. Oh no, she was sick. Actually, that's what happened. She was sick. We had planned for her to go out on Saturday, and she was supposed to meet somebody. And she was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna go. I'm feeling sick." She literally had 102 fever, but I did not care. I was like, "You are getting out of this fucking house, yo!" Like I went to CVS and bought like all of the fucking like fever reducers. It was like, yo, this shit is all planned. Like you cannot get sick today.
Got this ring,
but you can't tell her. But you can't tell them like why you're like, why is this so important? Like, what's the big deal? We was just going to like lunch or something. Like, no, you have to go. Like, this is super important. She asked you weeks ago. Like, you're gonna do. Like, I was like really, really like fishing. But
do you think she knew? You think she got like suspicious after a while, like that she knew it was coming?
No, because even her reaction, she just started cursing me out. It was weird. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Like, it was like
New York love.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
That ass be.
but it was cool. It was cool. I was just like, yo, I was calling everybody like, yo, she's got to get out this fucking house. Like we have to do it now. It was pretty interesting.
That's cool. Sounds like a rush. Sounds like a nice little, thing to get into.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know how I'll do it today. Shawty told me where not to do it though. She has given me like that hint. She was like, "Don't do it at the college we went to, and don't do it at where else did she say? She said somewhere else that I forgot. I hope I don't fuck up." Like, but she said there are 2 places. She was like, "Don't do it at Rampo and don't do it at somewhere else." But that's a nice little, like
they're gonna make you walk to the arch. Take photos at the arch if you do it at Rampo.
Yeah, facts. Like, nah, bro. You already got me with the fucking was it the minority or the diversity portfolio shit? You're not getting my fucking marriage on your website. I'm good on that, man.
I think the flyest proposal I've seen was, and you guys probably seen it too. It went viral years ago. The guy at the movie theater with his girl, and it's like the animated version of like Snow White, but it's them two instead.
Yeah,
and then like never saw that.
Really,
it's fly. You should see that. It's
fly. It's fly. Cute. So yeah, they're at a theater. They're in the front row, and it looks like a pretty like small, intimate theater too. It doesn't look like one of those AMC giant theaters or whatever. So it's like an animated Disney type film, and it's like Snow White. He's going up there kissing her, and then like interacts with them, like the little cartoons start looking at them. All the lights come on. He gets on one knee, proposes. She looks around. Everybody in the theater is like their family and friends who were like all in on it. So it was like super dope. And yeah,
that was
the
one
of the
thing.
flyers I've seen.
That's the one thing that made me question that whole shit. Because if I walked into a movie theater, like it's not that dark where you can't see the people. Like if I saw like somebody like, I think you would kind of need
unless they were like, the trailers were running, the lights are off, and they're sitting in the front row. So, all the people in the second row have to do is kind of, just like popcorn in front of their face. You know what I'm saying?
That's suspicious. Yeah, just a newspaper at the movie theater and shit. Yeah, I think I would kind of notice that shit. That's why I'm like, it would have to be like, you'd have to sprinkle in some red herrings, probably like some paid actors or some shit, just to like,
maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was definitely fly. And I could definitely see you doing some creative shit like that, D.
Maybe.
Probably put a lot into your proposal for sure. All right, let's get into some like grimy shit a little bit. You and your mans, y'all in the club together, right? And this girl, right? She really feeling you, and you know she feeling you. Like it's obvious that she feeling you, but he keep trying. You know, he's trying to pursue this girl. Do you tell him that she feeling you, or do you let him, go ahead and
keep striking out? Shot? You don't want to ruin. You don't want to crush his ego as your friend, especially in those settings. You want to see him be confident. You want to see him continue to be outgoing even after he fails. So, let him exhaust all his effort over there, you know what I'm saying? Then move on to the next. Because that's what guys do. When you're out with your buddies and whatnot, if it's not working out with Shorty over here, there's plenty of other Shorties in the club to go holler at. So once he goes to find somebody else, then I'll slide my way in there. No, you don't got to be rude. You don't got to step on toes. Just let it rock.
But what if he wild out and he's like, all right, bitch, fuck you. And then you got to step in and kind of like, because now you're the friend. You're still the friend. So it's like, damn, if he treat me like this, how you going to treat me? That's your boy? That's your best friend?
That's when you got to bring him in tight. You're like, yo, just follow my lead. And then you got like, yo, why you wilding like that? Yo, come outside, bro. You drag him outside. Be like, all right, yo, got to take one for the team here. Cold blue 42, cold red, yeah, computer blue.
It's like, yeah, I'm going to have to swing on you, bro. You can't just be disrespecting the women here, bro. I'm going to have to swing on you. I'm not going to swing on you for real, but just I need you to fall and cover your eye. And then
just put your hand right under your chin. So when I hit it, it's like I'm making contact, and you just follow that. Exactly. Just like WWE, just like what we seen on TV.
The things we do for love, man. What about you, High? What you doing in that situation?
I ain't for love, just pussy.
I've been there before, actually. I had a buddy of mine who was like not in love with this girl, but just like that was all his attention, And one day she kind of like just pulled me to the side and was like, I was just asking her, like, yo, like, what's up with you and him? Like, he feeling you, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, my
passive aggressive dirty macking.
No, it wasn't dirty macking. I was trying to help my man. I was trying to see, like, you're not really giving him the rhythm that he's giving you. Like, what's up? She's like, oh, I like somebody else. It's like, oh, word? Okay, that's cool. She's like, you can't tell that I like you. And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. Actually, like, you kind of can't, because you're literally all he fucking talks about. So I don't think we're gonna like. I told her.
Well, that's different. This nigga in love.
He was quite. He was like, yeah, he was real serious about her.
Okay, yeah, it's a different situation.
I told him. I didn't tell him that it was me that she liked. I told him that she's in a situation. She's got a situation already that she's focusing on.
All right. Now, what if he finds out that she likes you? Yeah. Then now he's thinking, oh, damn, the situation that she's in is with this nigga, and he trying to make.
Yeah.
That's a blowback.
I ran the risk of that. I did. It didn't come to that, but I ran the risk. Like, if she was to blow it up, like, it's actually your boy, then I would have been in trouble. But, I
understand
because
that.
Again, I didn't want to like make it like, nah, nigga, it's me she feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird, So, but I also didn't want him wasting his time. I just kind of lied, but just, leave her alone, bro. She not really into it.
I remember this one time we were out at a bar, me and my pals, and this girl that I had history with was there. Like, we never like dated for real, but we had history. And my friends obviously know this girl and they know this history, but we haven't. Like, I've been in a relationship for a while, so there aren't really like feelings there. So one of my boys comes up to me, and she's there on the dance floor. He's like, "Yo, do you mind if I go ask to dance with her?" In my mind, I know she's gonna say no to this nigga, because she's just like not like that to like dance with one of my friends while I'm here. So I tell him, "Go ahead, man."
Go ahead, bro.
Because I think that's better than being like, nah, nigga, nah. That's better than being like, or even being like, nah, yo, I still feel something. It's better than that. Just go ahead. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, let her choose.
And then he goes, and he ends up right next to me like 30 seconds later. So how do you guys feel about a situation like that? Are you doing the same thing in that situation, Hod, or are you kind of just being like, are you being honest with him there? Or even UT?
listen, man, you never know what's gonna happen. You know, maybe that should have worked this time. You know, so just I'm definitely not into. Even if I had a situation with someone, like I don't like when people be like, "Yo, you can't talk to my ex."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's kind of like, you know, I just don't think relationships work like that. I don't think like you might really, really end up feeling this person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be in the way of that. Like I've also seen where like people don't like their people that they've had relationships with dealing with like a cousin or like a you know, somebody in their family. I don't be caring about shit like that. Like it just doesn't bother me at all.
That could get a little weird,
I do.
though.
If I love that girl, I just
that could be weird, bro. I gotta see you at
every family function now. Like, especially if you were the one bringing her to the family functions first.
Come on, bro. Yeah, nah. I think you capping on that. Huh?
No.
Like that shit's weird.
Obviously, there's certain situations where you don't want to be there, but if y'all had a time and y'all talked, or even if it got kind of serious, if you're in a new situation and they're in a new situation, just because they're in a new situation with somebody that you know doesn't automatically mean that there's some like it was some like devious shit happening in the background. You know what I mean? They could have just met mutually the same way y'all did.
I feel like we've had this talk before, and I remember my side of it. I don't buy any of that bullshit. I feel like anything that's there had to have been rooted at some point, whether it was while, you know, we were a thing or after we were a thing. Like something happened, something was there, or even before, like something was there.
This shit don't just pop out out of thin air, and like
that's always just funny money to me.
Yeah, nah, and like if we was just talking or whatever, that's a different story. But if we was dating, if we was serious, you know what I'm saying, and I was bringing her around, and we was actually like serious about this, and then you end up with her like after, you know, we done and things didn't work out between us. It's weird, man. It's weird.
I've literally thrown an alley to my cousin with my ex.
Are you cucking?
Whoa, not at all. It was honestly, again, she was too attached, and I was done.
You wasn't talking like this in the beginning of the pod before when I was, you know, so that's easy for you to understand. But
if I'm innocent again, I was done with that situation. Shorty was being she was too attached. She wasn't really like respecting where I was, and I was like, I literally thought to myself, she needs somebody else to like occupy her mind. Like
come here, cuzzo.
Yeah, come here.
I knew that he was. I knew he was. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's gonna probably hear this. I don't give a fuck. I knew he was a scummy enough nigga to like do it, like to like actually like take the alley. So it was just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Look, she get money. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally sent him over there to like do what he do.
So she get money, so you sent him over there?
Yeah, for sure. He was a scumbag, nigga. Like I'm being honest with you.
Yo, go leech her for everything she got.
Yeah.
So now you set her up to get leached off of just because she loved you.
Yo, bro, shows how much you cared about her.
I did at one point.
Go take her for everything she got, cuz.
She got
a tax refund coming soon.
She got super weird.
Yo, I swear, bro, this bitch gonna give you her social security.
You fed her to the wolves.
I did. I fed her to the wolves. I low key, like, honestly, it's been so long since I've seen that girl that honestly, if I saw her again, I would apologize, because that was really like some scumbag shit that I did.
Damn, but I have a perfect segue for this conversation. But I want to.
You got 9 minutes.
Yeah. I want to adjust your point first, though. In your situation, I feel like you're almost like, if your friend starts to holler at somebody that you obviously have history with or interested in, and y'all are together, it almost kind of can drive you two closer together in a way. Like that situation, because if Shawty knows you, then she might feel like it's some sort of like
trick
test
or game
of loyalty.
Nah, I don't play those games. Those games could get nasty.
Yeah, for real. Because I honestly, in my head, like if I was in her perspective, I'd be like, oh, he sent him over here to see what was going on. Because like obviously you gave the stamp of approval.
I wasn't even thinking that. That's crazy.
You're like, yo, go ahead, whatever. But like the thing is,
I signed off on that. I'm thug.
He checked in. Homie checked in with you. You was like, go ahead, player. Do your thing.
He's bad.
But like, I need a drop. I need so many drops. But like, I feel like it'd be different if you weren't around. You know, like, but I'm not gonna say things would turn out different. But if the same situation happened where, like, you know, if your homie was at the club, right, and like to say he texted you or some shit, it was like, yo, shawty at the club, I'm thinking about asking her to dance, and you was like, all right, yeah, go ahead, and then he tried then, but you know, maybe she didn't see if you was around. Who knows what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? Not to say that that's the situation with that, but I don't know. It might be a little different just because it's like, it's not as embarrassing, and sometimes people are like image driven. They don't want to look as messy. It's like, oh, you was messing with so and so, and now you dancing with this person. There's a lot attached to that. You know, women think a little different than like kind of men do. You know, men are probably like, yo, it's just a dance. You know, we just dancing. You know, it's nothing that crazy. But
nah,
you wouldn't
always that serious.
It's always that serious. Okay,
my meat is on you. If we're dancing like this is if we're dancing like this is the 70s or some shit. If we're dancing like this is the 70s, like, you know, just like do the twist,
like,
you know,
too close.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's when it started to get nasty.
Yeah, if we're doing a jitterbug, then it's fine.
Yeah,
like, yeah. What if it's bachata? Because I know a lot of people like, because I've been in places where like people have asked my girl to dance bachata, and I'm like,
man, all them Spanish dances is just like sex with clothes on, basically.
Y'all be mad close. Dude, they had their arm on their lower back.
All them shits is mad sensual, bro. Like, yo, you got shawty all up in your arm, moving your hips like you Shakira.
Yeah, none of that. And like, don't spin my bitch, bro. Keep her at one place. Like, if you spin, if you spin her, I'm tackling you. I swear to God, bro. I don't care, bro. I'll tackle you and potentially her just because y'all next to each other. Don't do that. Don't spin her, bro. If it's a good spin, nah, bro. I'm swinging.
Shit better not be smooth, yo. You better not dip her after either.
Yeah,
if you dip her, I'm dipping you.
So I dip, you dip, we dip.
I'm double dipping.
Somebody getting dipped. Yeah, nah. If it's like a messed up broken spin, that's fine. Cause like,
this nigga
ain't got no swag.
Yeah.
And she can see that. Like, so it's fine. Like, I'm good money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you thought you had it, but you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I should tell my girl that too.
It's the worst when if they doing base bachata when they going side to side, that's cool. But they going forward and backwards, that's when it becomes a problem. They start going in all different directions and shit. Or when they're not even moving, they just moving their feet in the same spot, looking at each other right in the face. All right. I gotta break this up.
What are y'all doing on this dance?
I gotta break this up. I gotta come out here and do my little 2-step if I got to, whatever.
Flag on the play. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try to do something. I'm like, hold on. Back it up. But nah, that whole front to back thing, y'all thrusting. What are y'all doing? This whole front back sit? Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Give it back. But anyway, to end on this, because we got like a couple minutes left. It's funny because I had a pod topic and it'll probably get cut short because YouTube is coming to a close. But it's funny that you brought up the whole thing with like if you saw that girl today, you'd apologize. I had a thought of just podcasting in general, and also just like relationships that you had where you were definitely in the wrong. Like, do I remember that one time when you was talking about that old like relationship that you had like in middle school, like one of your first breakups or whatever, and Shawty was blowing up your phone, and you was just like, "Yo, I'm playing ball." Like, don't do this. If you hear that conversation, go back and listen to that shit. It's just hilarious. But like basically, it was like blowing up the phone. He was in the rec center at some gym or something. And
Boys Girls Club music was connected to my phone, and she over here trying to blow my shit up. Like, no, we trying to listen to those Future.
Yeah, he was DJing. Yeah, nah, you bugging. What the fuck are you doing? So he broke her off of like that basis, probably other stuff too. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, nah, you throwing off my DJing? Nah,
you throwing off
my set and my jump shot? Nah, you gotta go, bitch. You gotta go. So.
I already see where this going.
Jesus Christ.
So my thought was, for things like that, where obviously you were kind of bugging out a little bit, would you go back and apologize? Like in your old age, would you be like, nah, no, I ain't talked to you since middle school. But like, not even like, I guess it's kind of different in person. Like, if y'all bump into the person in like a grocery store,
I'm not apologizing.
like you're not going to bring that shit up in a way. Yeah, nah. But if you send it, a message, it's a little different. You know, you have like more open space. But you'd be like, yo, I just want to apologize. You know, for the way that I acted. It wasn't right and all that stuff. And I hope like there's no real hard feelings there.
And I actually did do that to that girl.
Yeah, I think that's how that story ended.
She did apologize.
Yeah, but that was like what, a couple? How many years after was that?
That was a few years later. I was trying to smash.
AKA the bald assassin.
Yeah, that is not the same, dog. That shit wasn't even genuine.
That's not where I was going, but
this nigga sent one of them future meme texts
at first.
Oh my god!
Say, I hope tell your mom I said hi. She always had good ziti or good lasagna. Say, I miss your mom's lasagna. But nah, I thought about that because I realized that potting, we're not always gonna say the best type of shit, right? We're not always going to say the best things. And we're not always going to, like, even in our personal relationships, we're not always going to have the best relationships and say things that might be nice and, like, end some friendships or whatever. But I wanted to ask how important it is to y'all to, like, go back and apologize for things. Like, even if it's years later, would you, like, reflect on it and go back and actually apologize for things on a pod and in person?
Like, absolutely. I've done so. If I have time to reflect and I realize that I was in the wrong, then yeah, I have no problem with apologizing. I think that's the beauty of kind of growing up, and just being able to not change your opinion exactly, but just see things from another perspective when you have time. Sometimes I'm very reactionary, you know what I mean? And I have to retract shit all the time. I don't think that's a bad thing.
If I said it, I really meant that shit. I really did.
Another good shot. I really mean it. Yo, I really need that drop. That drop is fire. But for now, y'all gonna get my voice doing the drops that I wish I had. But like, for real, what if you really? Because I remember, I'll give y'all a scenario. There was this one girl who, I mean, I guess from Dame's standpoint, I was also trying to smash, but like, I also was like feeling really bad about the way I was pressing things. And this is funny as fuck because this I'm gonna sound like such a scumbag because I actually talked to Had about this. We had a whole scenario about the whole Foxy Brown thing, but I want to save that for when we talk to an artist, like the artist of like, oh, if I see you getting abused or like I see you getting fucked up, you can't get mad at me if I fuck you up. So basically, I knew this girl. We was friends. I knew this
that fucking discussion.
Yeah, nah, it's coming back. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it with somebody. I want to talk about it with an artist, maybe like that's in the studio in this situation. I want to see what they would do. But anyway, there was this one girl that I knew, and she was dating this dude who wasn't shit. He wasn't shit at all. And so obviously in my younger years, I was like, what, 14, 15? I was thinking, all right, how do I get this girl? I'm the nice guy, but she obviously don't like nice guys, so I need to be the bad guy. So I let that shit go, bro. I became a whole fucking character, bro. I was calling her a bitch. I was like calling her out her name. I was just like super like disrespectful. And that shit was kind of working. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of working out a little bit in a fucked up way. But eventually that shit just wasn't me. And I just kind of like settled out and just stopped. You know, like I realized that this is not the right way to be going about this. And I just got tired. I got tired of being that other nigga. So I was just like, I should just not even. If I have to try this hard to get somebody to like me, it's probably not going to work out anyway. But then years later, like we still kept in touch or whatever. But like years later, like in my 20s, I like hit her up one day and I was just like, yo, honestly, I want to apologize like for all those times I would like call you out your name and like do all this other stuff to like kind of get to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't me. And I don't want you to think I'm that disrespectful as a person. I want you to, see me as like the nice man that I've always been and all this other stuff. And obviously, yes, I sugarcoated it a little bit because I was still kind of like, all right, now that we older, and that bad guy shit is out the window. Like, Are you ready for the nice guy type shit? I didn't say that, but like in my head, I was just like, maybe I have a better chance now that we're more mature. But I still apologize for it. And I don't know. I thought about like the type of conversations we have on this pod sometimes, and shit is arbitrary. Sometimes we say shit that we think is okay now, and then later on in the future, it's just not anymore. And so, obviously that's a whole different conversation. We're not gonna get into like the whole like being canceled shit and having to apologize for shit that happened in the past as much like as like the serious topics, but just in general, like if you feel so compelled to apologize for something, would you do it on the podcast? Because it's like accountability, right? Mm-hmm. Which is like something that everybody deems so important these days. It's like it's important to notice when you were wrong about something.
Yes. I don't think everything has to be publicized though, depending on who it is. Like if I said something in passing, like what's it called? Like the other after the Super Bowl, I said my aunt, who's a Cowboys fan, right? If for some reason she took crazy offense to that, I'm not gonna get on that. I was like, hey, Cowboys actually not that bad. Dak Prescott. They franchise tag Tony Pollard. They headed in the right direction. I'm not gonna be on here, walking back those type of comments. But if it's like, if I ruin their public image somehow, like in a very mass way, like if I just think like a couple niggas in the comments are saying some mean shit, like come on, yo, you can't handle a couple niggas. But if it's like a massive shift in your image that I genuinely had a huge effect in, then yeah, I would definitely walk that shit back because it had such a huge effect. But if it's like some little mini shit like you just heard and it got to you somehow, or you just heard in passing and you felt some type of way, just text me.
It hasn't happened yet. And, I do talk about people that I know and I have relationships with on the pod. So I haven't gotten one of those calls yet. Like, motherfucker, how you going? But I do. Sometimes I say things and I literally think I hope they don't hear that part. Like, I just hope they don't hear that part because, I do try to be honest, but, I'm also a lot of folks' confidant, right? So people do tell me things or say things to me that they probably don't want publicized. That's why I don't say a lot of names. Sometimes I'm talking about the same person, but due to the context and like the sensitivity of the topic, I'll say my buddy or something like that. And I might have already said their name. You know what I'm saying on the pod. Yeah. So again,
I don't think we name drop too much on here.
Yeah, you definitely want to protect the innocent. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to make sure that we're not going too far. But sometimes if you're telling the story and you have an opinion, you're gonna drop a name or you're gonna say things that I'm never apologizing to Yachty. I know that for sure. But
Sorry, man.
They still talking about that shit on TikTok too.
For sure.
That's like our most interactive photo. Yeah. Niggas are coming at me because I said Gambino couldn't sing in his early career.
Yeah.
Like
that dude don't know who you talking about. Gambino can't sing. It's like, nigga, you're not listening quick. Yeah. Now he can sing better. But before he wasn't, if you listen to his first shit, he wasn't trying.
It wasn't Luther Vandross, my nigga. Like it's all right.
Yeah. Niggas don't know what they talking about, but they definitely they on your ass. He's just a hater, bro.
Yeah.
Those comments, he got hate in his eyes. That shit had me. And then I'm looking at Hyde is like squinting.
Yeah, the thumbnail has like some devious ass like squint. It's just his normal face, but it looks like he's being like.
It's so funny, man, because like I've always been a very private person. I've never like done anything to like go viral or anything like that. I have very little followers on anything. So like the fact that the moment we get a little bit of like public something out there, like when you start just giving your opinions about shit, you instantly get hated on. Like just instantly, the first place
that's
niggas
what
go.
I'm starting to realize. You got to give niggas a reason to hate on you in the comments. You got to give niggas a reason to like want to say something to you, to tell you why you're wrong.
I learned a lot about that. Yeah.
That shit is
niggas talking about if you got a podcast, use a fact check. No, nigga, that's what y'all niggas is for. Fact check for us in the comments. Let us know how wrong we are.
Yeah, you're not even on the payroll. You're going to do that shit for free. Tell us where we wrong. And then we'll redact that shit later. It's less expensive.
I used to think that shit wasn't always for engagement. I thought people were like just giving their real opinions, and whether folks agreed or disagreed, it was just up to them. But nah, man, that shit is a very, very like well documented strategy. You know what I mean? Like you gotta give niggas something to fucking be mad about. Like that shit is really, really. That shit is an ill tactic, bro.
Yeah, and not to get off topic or anything, but I follow a lot of sports pages, and I'm sure you do on TikTok as well. So like, yo, people will have whole podcasts, and their whole episode will be doing like top 5 lists. Oh, redrafting this year, redrafting that year. Okay, five players from this generation, and it's literally like their whole podcast is based on making clips for TikTok
for sure
for niggas to debate in the comments.
Bro, I think niggas be making TikToks off of podcasts that don't exist. Like, I think they literally sometimes will, like, you'll see, like, someone will do, like, some relationship shit or some, like, shit about feminism or racism. And you like, there's nobody else in that fucking room. Like, you're not talking to anybody. You're literally, like, they'll be off looking to this. Like, see, the thing is, what people don't understand is like, and it's like
I did that in college.
There's literally nobody else in the fucking room. Why are you doing that?
I literally did that shit in college. Like for one of my films, I was like faking a fucking podcast conversation, and then
that shit is fucking.
I was like, I'm not talking to nobody, bro.
Like, it's just like it's just the look. Yeah, it's the shit you don't consider. People see the
certified hood nigga. I don't know. Whatever.
People see the clip and they just like assume like there's more to it. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes the commercial is the thing. Like the trailer is the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not anything else to it.
Yeah.
And one day, maybe next episode, we'll talk about how it's kind of giving podcast niggas a bad rap. But we'll get, that's a whole nother conversation within itself. But yeah, I know we're a united front, and I want to like get back to the original conversation because I had another point. But I know we're united front, and obviously I'm not like saying like, yeah, man, this nigga a hater, right? Because you my pod mate, bro. We brothers. I'm not gonna be kicking you.
They be on my top, bro.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. That nigga that called you Dr. Martin Luther King during the fucking nigga that say he look like Dr. King.
They be on my top, man.
On the Trayvon story, bro. Or that one nigga that told you to find God.
Yo, that shit had me rolling, bro.
I almost like that comment. That shit was hilarious, bro. I'm sorry.
They be on my top, man. It's all good. I just, I'm affecting the people, man. It's good. It's a good vibe.
It's good discourse, bro. And I said you're very good at that, bro. You're very good at creating like a sort of like conversation, right? Even if you're wrong, like chaos. Even if you're wrong, or even if I think you're wrong, I think it's interesting conversation, and it's fine. It's totally fine. Whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But before we get into some other topics, I know we got some other stuff to get into. Flip it. The question of the apologizing thing around. If somebody came to y'all to apologize for something that happened way back in the day, how are y'all responding to that? And has it happened?
I'll go first again. Yeah, I'll go first again. I got into a real bad like situation with a family member recently, and like actually two. I'm always getting into drama. I keep telling you, I'm always getting into drama. I keep it real calm and stuff on the pod and just like professionally, but like it's been chaos before. But anyway, I got into some shit recently with like two family members, one for one reason and one for another reason, but it got real hectic. Like we were like threatening each other, and like it could have went left. And at some point, both of them have come to like apologize, like, yo, bro, look, I was wilding. This is what was going on with me, and blah blah blah. One of them I was receptive to, the other one I wasn't. And the reason why I wasn't on one of them was because like I've seen this kind of song and dance before with him, and it's like I would need to see like some actual like improvement in your situation for me to like take you serious. Because you do this, you fuck up, or you say something crazy, or you do something crazy, you come back to apologize, and then like 3 or 4 months later you back in the same habits. You know what I mean? And it's like at this point in my life, I'm way too old to like be inviting niggas that I know have no good intentions for me around me. So it's just, it's a case by case basis. But if I think you're like truly sincere and like are really doing the work to like make changes in yourself, because most of the time it's not anything I can do. Anytime somebody really has static with you, you have to consider like what's going on in their life that's like so chaotic that they feel like beefing with you is like a real thing. You know what I mean? We're all grown ass people. Like we got our own lives, our own jobs, our own relationships. What I look like hating somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's on sight when I see you type shit. Like that shit is just weird to me. You know what I mean? Like I might, what if I'm having a great day that day and I run into you? Like I'm just supposed to instantly get upset? It's just not realistic. So people that kind of have that mindset, you kind of just want to stay away from anyway. But I'll accept the apology, but it's just like that doesn't mean we cool again. Doesn't mean we're gonna rock now, you know? So it is what it is.
Because ultimately it's for them, probably.
Right.
You know.
I'm in the same boat ultimately. Yeah, you could be as sorry as you want. And if it's like, honestly, I don't really be having beef like that, whether it's like family or people from the past when I was in Jersey or San Francisco. I don't think there's been any beef with anybody. The one dude that I actually like thought I had the most beef with is San Fran. I was like, from my film program that I was in. He actually ended up calling me. His father had passed away. And for some reason, he had called me in tears and he was apologizing for like, you know, he was like, yo, I know like when you were here, like, you know, we never really got along. You know, we were kind of dicks to one another. He was drunk. So like,
what if a nigga say, you know, yo, man, I know we never liked each other. I liked you, bro. Like,
I didn't like him. But in this situation, I didn't like him. I didn't really care. But at the same time, like I could tell he was drunk, so I didn't necessarily like, and I could tell like he was also going through something really heavy. Yeah. And it's not necessarily something I wanted to have like a, you know, go into a deep conversation about like, you know, our past. I just wanted to make sure that he was all right in that situation. And funny, you know, we haven't talked since. But I think it just definitely takes some sort of courage and some sort of like, you know, matureness to be able to own up and apologize for, even if it's just like something as small as sorry for being a dick for that one semester that we had classes together. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's pretty, you know, that was pretty big of him, especially in such a down moment in his life to even be thinking of that. Like, you know, I think that was really big on him. And I don't think that was necessarily something that to make him feel better. Like he felt like he needed to do that. I just think like that's just something that came to him naturally. Like I need to reach out to, I don't know if he called multiple people, you know, whether it be these people or this particular person, but yeah, I think it takes a big sense of maturity, whether he was inebriated or not, you know, big ups to him. And I hope he's doing well.
That's good, man. That's a good example of like the kind of situation where even if you don't like somebody, that wasn't the time for you to be like, bro, I don't even fuck with you. Like, you know, you kind of read the room, you know, like, and yeah. It's like a lot of humanity that comes out of even you. Like, give props to yourself as well, because you don't owe him anything. Like, you know, you didn't owe him anything, even if he was drunk and yeah, he was going through a tough time. Like, I don't know the extent of what y'all beef was, but he also couldn't blame you if you was on some like, yo, it's fuck you for life type shit. You know, like if you was really like that, there's really nothing that he could have done about that, you know, but you're obviously not that type of person. You're a stand-up guy. And so you have more humanity than that. But there's some people that really just be like, nah, it's fuck you for life.
Yeah.
For example, Michael B. Jordan. Let's be real. He's like, yo, you fucked with me back then. I'm not fucking with you like that. You know, like I'm really not on that type of timing with you. Never was. A lot of people have issues with that whole situation and they calling him corny for that. But me necessarily,
I'll be corny in that situation. Fuck it.
Yeah, man. Bro, if you like, I know when we kids, we all teased each other. We were all kids once. And we all went to like schools where I'm sure that shit was prevalent. Like bullying was different back then than how it was now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying like one is worse than the other, but either way, kids are mean, bro. Kids are just fucking mean to each other and to just in general. So if you're getting teased, I understand how some people might be like, yeah, that's a little immature for you to be like, you know, holding on to that for all these years. But we don't know to the extent of how much this kid was probably bullied and how much he was teased to the point where he might have even given up what he thought was the best thing for his life. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people like that. There's
and
some
he
people
wasn't
that
the
actually
same
took
Michael
that.
B. Jordan back then that he was now. Like, we seen this nigga back then, like when he was on The Wire, like when he was that age. Like, he wasn't a stud looking high school or middle school
Slim
kid
Pickens.
at the time either. Yeah.
Slim Pickens. Yeah.
See, I've heard people say that. Yeah, we were all kids and we all got teased, but it's different. It's different. I wasn't really teased. I was always socially awkward. I was always like not.
They used to beat niggas up. You said.
I was because I couldn't
beat the bullies up.
Niggas that was organizing.
What would happen was I wouldn't be able to express myself really, you know. So if I would just get angry, you know what I mean. I would just get angry, and it would turn into something else. But I have friends, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't super popular, but I was friends enough with the popular kids where I didn't really get picked on. You know what I mean. I wasn't at the cool table, but I might have been at the table next to the cool table. I actually was kind of the jester because I used to rap, you know what I'm saying? And like,
hey, hi, come over here and do that thing you do with your mouth.
For sure.
Hey, yo, what the
fuck?
Do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Doing things what you do with them words, yo.
What?
But yeah, not niggas like that I rap. So that was like my in to being cool, kinda, I guess. I never wore like the flyest clothes or anything like that. I never like got the girls or anything like that. That just wasn't what it was. But you know, niggas was scared because I always was getting into fights, and then I rapped, you know, so that was kind of like that was it. But at the same time, we know those kids that were tortured by the cool kids. We know those kids that they probably just wanted people to like them or at least leave them alone, and they were like ruthlessly teased. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that was Michael B. Jordan, but I know that if it's 20 years later and I see you and you see me and I'm doing well for myself, because here's the thing, in that interaction,
and you bring it up.
Yeah, and you brought it up. Like, yeah, you know, I know you. Yeah, you know where you know me from? Like, that's it. Like, it was literally like, do you remember where you know me from? Like, we've never had an amicable conversation ever. It was always jokes when I saw you. So, like, the fact that you even bring it up that you know me is weird. But, you know, people are, you know, she's an interviewer. She's trying to relate.
Yeah.
You know,
did he continue that? Did that interview continue on after that exchange, or did he just like walk off?
No.
People just take that little ass clip and just assume that like he didn't give that woman the bright of day.
Yeah, that was literally it. But it was just, he was clearly like, when you looked at him, he was like, you know, you should not be talking to me right now, right? Like, you know, like me, I don't fuck with you at all. But
let's have a quick reset. Let's explain the situation for those that don't know what we talk about. Michael B. Jordan was on, was it like a red carpet event?
Yeah,
red carpet event for the premiere of his movie. I believe it was in Newark, right? Was that the one that was in Newark, or was that the one in New York?
That's a good. It was in Atlanta actually. According to the article.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was one in Newark.
See, here's the thing. L'Oreal is the woman who interviewed him. They obviously went to school together. I think it was high school or junior high, not sure. But L'Oreal is from the Newark area. Obviously, Michael B. Jordan is from the Newark area. She's on the radio. Like, she does a radio show. She does a podcast. She's in the entertainment industry. She probably, you know, when I remember like 15 years ago, she was a rapper, you know, so in her career then obviously didn't go that well, but she's on the Morning Hustle show now. She's been on Love and Hip Hop, so she has her own accolades. She's
doing well for herself.
Yeah, she's doing well for herself, but obviously Michael B. Jordan is one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, period, right? So he's walking, you know, doing the red carpet thing. She's got her mic. I'm not sure what brand she was representing at the time, but you know, she asked him, hey, we know each other, we go way back, and he says, remember, the corny kid, right? That's what he said, and she's, I did not say that. Now, what ended up getting clipped was in a podcast episode she did back in 2021, where she did talk about knowing Michael B. Jordan, and she said, and I quote, You know what's so crazy? I went to school with Michael B. Jordan at a point in life. We went to Chad Science Academy together in Newark. And to be honest with you, we teased him all the damn time because his name was Michael Jordan. Let's start there. He was no Michael Jordan. And he also would come to school with a headshot. We lived in Newark. That's the hood. We would make fun of him like, what you gonna do with your stupid headshot? And now look at him. End quote.
See, and that's my thing, bro. You thought that was like a suitable story? Like you're telling me that even as kids we can't outgrow that shit? Like you gonna air my business out like that in public?
Right.
Like, and now you got people looking at me, and even though I'm a grown ass man now, I'm not a kid anymore. You still got people talking about, hey, you ain't no Michael Jordan. Like, come on, yo. Like, don't do that. It's like making me relive my childhood traumas.
Because
I mean, nigga, he was in Space Jam, and remember the scene where it was like, oh, Michael Jordan's here, right? And it was him. Like, I think I do recall that. That was one of the funnier parts of the movie.
That was funny as hell. But that was for a check. You know what I'm saying? That's different. Like you owning up to it and you getting paid for it. It's different than somebody just shouting your shit out on a podcast.
I don't think a lot of the people that I know I went to high school with probably realize, and when you talk about apologizing, I don't know if everybody realizes how hard they made other people's lives and how difficult it was for a lot of those kids to get up that morning and actually go into school, knowing that they were going to be teased for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know again from the environment that I'm from, it was sometimes I didn't like going outside. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had on some bummy ass J's, if you had on some bummy Air Forces or something like that, or your mom's bought you the Converses instead of whatever was fly at the time, you were getting teased, period. You know, if you had your own little swag, if it wasn't made cool by some rapper, by Kanye or somebody like that, you were getting teased, period. You know, that was just what it was. So it wasn't always fun growing up in that type of environments. And I don't think that necessarily makes him corny for harboring, because what were they trying to do? Maybe nothing. Maybe because they were kids, they weren't trying to do anything. They were just having fun. But how did he feel? You know what I mean? Were there days when he was like, man, maybe I shouldn't act. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should just be like the rest of them, and if he had listened to those kids, does he become who he is? Probably not. So I don't think he's necessarily corny for holding on to those types of things. It might have pushed them at certain points.
Because this is the type of stuff that we praise athletes for, holding on to the receipts when they win the championship, and they're like, oh, remember when I was saying this and that. When people make it to the league, people that doubted me. Was it fucking Biggie said that, oh, my teacher said I wasn't gonna be shit. So you know what I'm saying? So we can't move the goalposts when it comes to different professions. Like, like you said, let people use that as motivation to get to that next level. And you never want to forget the people that talk down on you, ever. You want to remember them just as much as you remember the people that were on your side, if anything.
Facts. Yeah. It's all motivation.
Yeah. And I'm no Michael B. Jordan, but like even in podcasting, like when I first started like podding, for the first time, like doing stuff with Because I Am, I had people hitting me up all the time. Yo, can I be a guest? Yo, can I? And like people that I never really fucked with like that. But obviously, Because I Am was promoted in a way where it's like everybody's acceptable. And I didn't bring them on to air they shit out. It wasn't like our grievances, but I had to like kind of suck it up and just be a man about it and realize that like, whatever it is that we had, it's not us anymore, at least in my mind. And like, I appreciate the support. Like we're not friends, but if you want to be a part of the show, yeah, we can do that, So it was interesting. And also it was kind of like for me to see like how much this person has grown. Like, are you still the same shithead that you were that like when we were growing up? And most of the cases they were a little different. So
do y'all have ops like from when you were a kid where like say y'all could be cool now as adults, right? But is there somebody, because the funny thing I really should not.
I definitely did.
I really should not say everything that's on my mind, but there was a kid, and that's my boy. Shout out my boy Blaze, man. His name was Blaze. I hated this nigga, son. His name was Blaze. Like that shit is such a cool 90s kid name.
This nigga's attracted to him and hated it.
He got
marry him.
He got all the hoes, bro. Like he did.
Didn't even need a kidney.
He was so cool, and yeah, like we had gotten into it, right? We were literally children. We were like 9 or 10. We had gotten into it, and that nigga was my adversary, bro. I could not stand this kid. But we had gotten into it, right? And we fought, and I beat him up. I did. I beat him up. I gave him a black eye, and his mom had like
blaze that.
420.
His mom had came to my house and like got me in trouble.
The 420 special.
And like got me in trouble and all types of shit. It was bad. But anyway, he ended up moving away, right? A couple years later, like 2018, 2019, I'm in the neighborhood and he sees me first. He like, yo,
and he snuffed for you.
This is the funny part, right? He like, yo, you remember me? I'm like, I'm looking and I'm like, I kind of like, he was like, yeah, man, Blaze, you remember like we was kids, you know? And I'm like, oh shit, what up, boy? Like, what's going on? He like, yeah, man, remember?
Nigga, all this sounds super confrontational right now. Yeah, you remember?
This nigga Blaze about to pull out the strap.
Pull out the 9.
Say, you remember me, nigga? Remember me, nigga?
Yo, this nigga is, I swear to God, this nigga is fucking 6'3". He's fucking super fucking built up. Super, yo, this nigga is massive. And the first thing he said, yeah, man, remember you whipped my ass when we was kids? He literally said, yo, remember when you beat me up when we was kids? I'm
do
like,
that shit again.
Yeah,
I'm
try
like,
that shit out.
Did that? Oh man,
Huh?
yeah, you know, you tried to, I tried to like save it, like, oh man, yeah, I guess, yeah, we was young, right? We was like little ones, you know.
Bygones be bygones, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But he was cool about it. He was just fucking with me. But I think that was his Michael B. Jordan moment. Like I think he was like, he knew how fucking big he got, and like was like, nah, I'm gonna at least pressure this nigga a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna put a little bit of squeeze to him. But that's my
honestly,
brother,
shout out
man.
to you because you probably inspired that.
I might have. I'm like, yeah, like this nigga a boxer now? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Beat this nigga up one time, and he all of a sudden he turned into Michael B. Jordan.
He owe you a check. Like, but if you win a fight, I need that.
But shout out to Blaze. That's my brother, man. You know, he's doing real well. He's a fucking model, be traveling all around the world.
Let's get him on here one day.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem.
About that ass whooping. First question I'm
that would be
him.
Yeah, that would be
so when
great.
he whipped your ass, the second grade.
No. On a scale of 1 to 10. How bad can I whoop your ass?
Oh my God, yo. I'm gonna hit him up now and see if he wanna jump on the pod.
Yeah, call him up. Ask him if you could borrow a kidney. Oh Lord,
boy, man.
But yeah, man, everybody's kind of like, we all kind of looking. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I can't speak for y'all, but like, there's that thing in me. I'm not gonna lie, and maybe I am corny for it, but there almost is a kind of
million followers. God damn.
What?
He has 3.6 million followers on Instagram.
Blaze?
Yes.
How many niggas whipped his ass? Just one. How many niggas it take? How many followers it take to beat your ass?
That shit
Anyway,
is fucking crazy.
Sorry, Blaze. I ain't got no beef with you, bro. But
I redact all those jokes.
I'm talking hella shit right now. I don't even know you, cuz. I'm sorry, bro. And let me not say cuz. Like I'm some fucking like.
He might be a blood.
That's what I'm saying. Let me not even go there. Redacted.
Nah, he's one of, that was the fucked up thing. He's literally one of the nicest, you know, just polite people in the world. He's always smiling. It was me. I was the problem, bro. I'm pretty sure nobody else thought he was an asshole but me. I was just an angry kid, bro. Yeah, he was too cool. Everybody loved him. I hated him.
Yeah. You needed to be humble, bro. You needed to be humble. But nah, like what I was going back to is like in my head, I have this little this little thing in my head where it's like, damn, if I like pop, there's some niggas I'm never talking to again. Like that I'm talking to now that I just am not like. It's right.
I'm gone.
Don't ask me for shit. Like there's a lot of like, you know, like on some riffraff. My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Like on some type of shit. And there's some people that ain't making a cut for sure. And there's some people that have been rolling with me since the beginning and they stay obviously. But I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't do the same thing that Michael B. Jordan did if I was that nigga now. You know, there's a lot to be said about that. But enough about that nigga, man. Have y'all seen the new Donald Glover classic show to be released soon? Or by the time this comes out, it might be like sooner than later. I think it's called what? Swarm? That's what that shit is called?
Yeah.
And I thought it was a movie, but it's actually a show.
From the trailer, it kind of looks like a movie as well.
Yeah, but I'm like, how do you make a show out of this? But whatever.
I think it's just the way he like, you know, his team shoots stuff and they really pay attention and make that shit like real quality.
Yeah. So, but did y'all see the trailer for it? Which I need some thoughts because I have my thoughts, but I have some.
I think it's dope. This looks like Donald's first attempt. This will be his first attempt at like what seems like a horror-ish kind of
show.
I don't think we've ever. Yeah,
I don't think we've seen him. We got some weird shit at the end of.
In Atlanta.
Well, that, but also in one of his music videos. Do you remember when he did like some? I think it was the end of
Telegraph Ave. Yeah,
he did like some like
weird like the monster.
Like, out of nowhere. So
it was very like not necessarily like you don't show, but you can kind of tell what's going on because it's like off camera where all like the attacking and shit happens, right?
Yeah, but you can see him like he looks like a monster, and like some tentacle monster and stuff.
And I think that's cool because like I know y'all not a huge fan of Jordan Peele or anything, but even in like some of the early Key and Peele skits, you could see like moments where it's like, oh wow, I could definitely see them having some horror elements here, some dramatic elements there, and it kind of translate into the work that he was able to do, that he's able to do now. And I think it's the same thing with Donald. We'd see him show glimpses. He's always been a fantastic writer, you know, since he got into the game. But in terms of like, you know, seeing like in Atlanta, what was the name of that character who was supposed to be like a Michael Jackson parody?
Teddy Perkins.
Yeah, like that wasn't like a horror episode, but there were like very subtle hints of like horror elements in there.
Yeah.
So like we've always seen him had the capability of doing it. He's always worked with directors and cinematographers who have history doing that type of stuff as well. So I'm excited to see him pull this off. I think it'll be very like. I hope it gets the same reception as like, you know, something like Get Out had, even though that was a movie. But in that regards, I hope we just don't end up shitting on another black creator. Ultimately.
So I think I kind of.
So Swarm is an obsessed Houston-based fan goes to increasingly violent lengths. I know Hodson lengths for her favorite R&B singer. So, what you think? What you think? That's just a TV show that's coming out. That's a description off of it. But what do you think, man?
I think it looks dope. I love Dominique Fishback. She was in the Fred Hampton movie a couple years back with
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah.
It's really the, you know, O'Neal story, but you know, whatever.
For sure. We
don't gotta get into that shit. So.
I'm always interested when there's a more kind of unique tale being told. Obviously, there's some undertones and overtones happening here with the concept of the Swarm and being an obsessed fan and basically basing in the trailer. You see she's like basing her friends off of whether or not they like this one artist, which as a
what's the name of the artist in the is like Naja.
Yeah,
it's not even like a good like stage name to give. You know what I mean?
I think they're called Killer Bees, which
doesn't make sense with Naja.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I know you're probably scared of the lawsuit and everything, but
exactly. Right? They're clearly alluding to the Beehive, and like, they're clearly alluding to the Beehive, and it's called Swarm. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of kind of overtones happening there. So, I actually do. I'm a big Jordan Peele fan, and I like I see the through line from people who kind of live in a comedy space and like moving into the horror space. I'm interested to see what Childish Gambino is going to be able, Donald Glover is going to be able to do as a writer and a producer. So we'll see. I'm definitely interested. It looks really, really cool. I would love to know what exactly she is. The main character looks like the character that Dominique Fishback plays. What is she actually doing? Because there's certain scene where there's like blood. Obviously, it looks like she is committing certain crimes. So,
I think
making her look psychotic as fuck.
Yeah.
My prediction. I think we see her on the phone looking at the tickets to the concert. We know how much these tickets are nowadays. She's going to go to great lengths, I think, to be able to afford those tickets somehow.
Mm.
And if you're not a Najee fan, you're going down, and I'm taking your money.
That's interesting because when you pronounce it like that, Najee, now it does sound like, even though it's Naja, it does sound like a mixed up Minaj, doesn't it?
I was gonna ask, do you think there's gonna be some type of rival? You know how like people, if you're not a Nicki fan, you're a Cardi fan. Like, do you think they're gonna do that? Definitely. Like if you say the wrong artist, who do you think? Who do you think is gonna be based off of? Because we don't necessarily know Beyonce to have Opps in that same realm, like Nicki and Cardi do, or
Rihanna. I guess it's the Navy. Yeah. It's the Navy versus the Beehive, and then it's the Cardi stands versus the Nicki stands, the Barbs.
The Barbs.
That never made sense to me. Beyonce and Rihanna, like they're literally under the same umbrella,
right?
Okay.
I think that is kind of part of the thing. They're both super international black female stars who make pop music. I think there's a lot of crossover, but apparently you can't be a fan of both. I'm a fan of both. I think obviously I'm a bigger Beyonce fan than a Rihanna fan. But it's just because I just love Beyonce on a technical level. I think she's just a fucking incredible.
Like they don't even make the same music.
They don't. They absolutely don't.
But you know how the industry is, pinning black women against each other.
For sure.
And Dominicans.
I have some. I have some. Right. I just have fears about because obviously there's like this thing where people feel like Donald Glover, his portrayal of like black women in his media has been kind of like problematic and also just like not like a little bit like to the point where almost people have suspected that he just doesn't like black women, not even like just being attractive, but like just in terms of in general just has like some sort of like weird
he does have a
stain
with black women.
He does have a complicated relationship with black women, it seems to be,
and he's admitted it. Admitted it, like, and it's like in his self interview, I guess, that he did, where he's like kind of talked about
was that the Gambino versus Donald Glover interview?
Yeah, where like I guess he asked himself like, what's the problem? Like something about black women. I forgot exactly what it was. It's not important. But my hope is that he doesn't end up turning this into like, another crazy black women obsessing over, like a media, like I don't know, it just isn't a good look, in terms of that. Like it just, especially for someone who already has like this image, or like this, people have this mentality of you not portraying black women in the best way, and like now it's like you're directing, you're creating this, you're in charge here to do this. And like I just hope we see, because there's a lot of black women. Chloe's in this show, the actress that you mentioned, highlighted as well. It's like there's a lot of like different examples of black women that we can get here, and I hope it's not just all a bunch of crazy like fans. I hope we get like crazy fans. Like I hope we actually get like some real good roles out of this, because otherwise it's like y'all already know me and like my fucking images of like black representation. It's like there's hardly any like really good ones, and if we can't get it from like black people, then who can we get it from? So that's like my thing. You know, it looks like it. I'll probably watch it. I'll probably watch the show because I am curious. The trailer was definitely very curious. But I thought it was a movie. I don't know what they're gonna do for a show.
Probably a limited series.
Yeah, limited
4
series.
or 5 episodes.
Yeah, it could be.
I actually spoiled a little bit
pivot.
of it. I actually spoiled it a little bit for myself, unfortunately, by looking up the number of episodes. I can tell you that there's 7 episodes, but don't go to the IMDb.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that could be cool. You know, I don't know, like in terms of like, have you ever had an interaction with like a beehive or a bar person? Like, have you actually ever had like any of those? Like, I mean, you're like D, you're on Twitter, like you're like.
I'm trying to remember back in the day if I ever ruffled the feathers. I don't think so.
Hive.
I definitely have. So. I'm not a fucking. I don't
on Twitter.
On Twitter, on Facebook, with people I know, you know, because I've always
they're heavy on Facebook. I heard.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've always like had
the older generation.
Listen, do not clip this, but I've always had a certain. I don't like Nicki Minaj, bro. Like I don't like her music. I don't think I get that she.
What was her last biggest hit? Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think she's that good. Honestly, it's nothing personal against her. I think she's beautiful. I think she's talented. She can definitely rap, but I never like her songs ever. You know, so I am very honest about that. And being from South Jamaica, Queens, there's that. She's from Southside. She's the biggest star from Southside other than 50 Cent. So people get very upset when you say negative things about Nicki, but it just doesn't work for me hardly ever. So
they be careful. They be doxing. Like
yeah, for sure. That's why I said don't clip this.
End up seeing
if we really want this pod to blow up,
bro.
If we really want this pod to blow up, yeah, let me just go off about Nicki.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
That way. I would never do that to you. You ever had a run in with the? I think I've been close.
I don't think I have.
I think I've like been close because like your interactions definitely increase if you mention like Nicki or Beyonce or like Rihanna or Ariana Grande too. Like,
who y'all think is the worst?
Your interactions definitely increase a little bit. Like, and people will definitely air you the fuck out. You'll get this you or like
docs. Talk about your kids, straight up your mother. They don't give a fuck, bro.
Exactly, bro. Straight up talking about like, I know you ain't talking. Like, bro, it don't gotta be that serious. I literally just said I'm not fucking with the song as much.
I think the worst ones are the Nicki and Ariana Grande ones, especially when they're together. Oh, don't let them drop a song together. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you can't talk about none.
They're bad because the Nicki ones are just like ignorant. They're gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say. They're gonna release all your information. And they're always going to have something to say because they're a reflection of their bratty-ass leader. And the Ariana Grande ones are the same way. They're just more sparkly, glitterful, and white. So they got more power.
Are the Ariana fans worse than the are the Ariana fans worse than the Taylor fans?
I think so. Yeah. Because Ariana fans gained Nicki fans. So they have both. They have the power of both. You know what I'm saying? I don't know of many like
they got 2 infinity stones of the stand culture.
Yeah, that's so dead ass.
Yeah, nah. I don't know, man. I mean, we talked about like stand culture before on this pod. Like, it's weird, man. Like, it's really weird to like have. I understand like you really, really like an artist, but to be like that coordinator where you start like bullying people online just for like not even fucking with what you're fucking with. It's just weird, man. It's weird. And
it is.
And it's borderline. Like, it's almost like, I know Nicki, she talks a lot of shit herself. So it's almost like her fans kind of can replicate that in ways that she can't. And I know we've talked about like how artists, they're kind of not very responsible for their fan base. Like, they can't control the type of fans that they have. But
which I think is cap.
Really?
Yeah,
I think so.
You think they should be,
because especially with
better responsible with their fan base,
especially with someone's someone like, and I'm not gonna keep saying her name, but especially with some of them, they'll like a comment, and when you go to their likes, you'll see the type of comments they like, and it just encourages people to be more of that.
Because they want to get a like from a like from this person.
That's all they want to do.
They want to get a type of approval from this person.
Yeah.
So it's culty. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how it could probably go to an artist's head where it's just like, it's literally like a navy or like an army. I'd say move, they move. So
just like that.
So I don't know. I think a lot of people got to be responsible with their fan bases, but it shouldn't all fall on them. Nicki in particular probably has like one of the strongest. That and the Beehive, yeah. So
Nicki just dropped a new single called Red Ruby to Sleaze on Spotify, Apple Music. I guess I know she's say again?
I said, what's that mean?
Island gal.
So, she's definitely making reference to the fact that she's a, blood gang member, because Red Ruby, and honestly the whole name Red Ruby to Sleaze is something you call a female blood gang member. But it's we talked about on the Patreon with the samples, you know what I mean, and people flipping the
I didn't hate
samples
this one that much. I didn't
hate it, but for some reason
because at some point they flipped it. They did flip it at some point.
But I feel like all they really did was they took the main sample and then used, I think, the drums from like Wayne Wonder, No Letting Go, and just like put those two things together. And like, I guess that's a flip. But I mean, the song is okay.
It is like mostly a rhythm. Like, there's a lot of songs that have that same beat. Right. So that's just kind of what
it's
they
just
do.
A rhythm.
And that, like,
that Lumi D record is not even the original record.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So I understand that, but still, it's like, it's tired, man. That shit happened like back in the day. Like we added that now, like where we should be. But whatever. Keep going. Sorry, cut you off.
No, I mean, the song is okay. I get it. I feel like a lot of times Nicki be fighting the beat. She's like just going against the very clear rhythm, and I get it. She's trying to bring something new, but it always for me sounds like what you wouldn't want to do on that beat. So I think there was probably a better, I don't know. It's always something wrong with it to me. Like I wouldn't have led with this. And I mean, and that goes back to Massive Attack. I mean, some of her earlier records, other than the records that I know were pop singles that were given to her, like Super Bass and like Starships, the records that I noticed she did herself always sound weird to me. They always sound a little off.
I have questions about like what is it that she gets from music anymore? Like what is it that she still feels passionate towards? Because I just don't hear it in her music. I don't know what it is, like with the FREAK song. Like I don't know, like what are you trying to achieve in music now?
Yeah,
that like you've done so much, in terms of rap and also just like being a pop star. Like what do you want? Like what's the reason that you're still making music? But we get a lot of like I don't know if was Chun-Li on an album. Did she drop like what was the last album that she dropped?
It would have been that one. It would have been Queen, I guess, in 2018.
Yeah,
Queen, I think
Queen Radio, Volume
No, just called Queen. It was just called Queen.
Queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Chun-Li, Roman's Revenge. All that did it on him. Or is that just like a like what's it called?
Chun-Li wasn't on that album with
So Queen Radio was just like a what's it called? Like a best of
Barbie. She released that with
like
Barbie Tings. Yeah. Barbie Tings. That's Barbie Tings.
But that's my question pretty much. It's like what is she doing now? Like should she even still be making music? Like
I thought she retired.
Control. That's the thing.
I wish people would stay retired when they say they're retiring.
And also, what does she do outside of music? Like she has Queen Radio. But also, like, what else does she do outside of music? Like, I know we say this, and like as somebody who likes Drake and like
I keep
listen to
hearing
his drums,
about these brands that she has, but I've never seen them.
Yeah, me neither, bro. And that's why I'm just like, because there comes a point in an artist's life where it's like music is great and all, but like there's other stuff that you can do outside of that. And it's like Rihanna with Fenty, man. Is Jay-Z with like what else did he release? Didn't he release like was it Ace of Spade? Is that his?
Yeah, he's got
his
I mean,
liquor?
he's got a ton of stuff. I mean,
He's
he
got
had the
a lot of
40
stuff. Yeah, he's got a lot of
clubs
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So like outside of music, what else do you do? And I just don't think that, and it might just be my own ignorance. I don't see enough of like what she does outside of music because the music just ain't hitting. But I feel like if you are making music, it should be to kind of help the rest of your brands.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I just don't
Well, I
see
mean,
what
she did
doing,
become a mom in the last few years. And I know she's been taking time off for that. You know, she had her kid, she got married. So I think that's kind of been her focus. And I think this is like supposed to be like the second wind or the third wind or whatever of like her career. And again, the thing is, so she does fragrances, right? She's yeah, I remember that. I remember she had like this drink called the Mix. Like it was like a spritzer or a fucking, what do you call those? Like a wine cooler type thing that she was selling for a while. But that's it. Nicki has only dropped 3 albums in her career. She had Pink Friday. She did do the Roman Reloaded version, but it was the same album essentially. She did the Pink Print in 2014, and then she did Queen in 2018, and then that's it.
So I'll say this, and we don't have to stay too long on this. We can probably move on. But I have a friend who worked for E. I don't know if he still works for E, but it's like one of those like media publications. And he went viral on Twitter saying something about Nicki. And his job told him he had to take the tweet down. Even if people were agreeing with him, like his job told him to take the tweet down because it was kind of like against Nicki.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that kind of funny because yes, you work for a company and like, I know it's kind of weird with media because you're kind of you're representing them. And so you kind of got to be careful what you say on social media. But I just find it funny how like the machine kind of controls itself, of like the last thing they needed was her giving them like a donkey of the day or some shit, or like going on Queen Radio and being like, yeah, fuck E, it's up for E, I'm not fucking with E. And then all her fans being like, I'm not fucking with E. And then it's like the fall of E, all because of this one little tweet. So It's funny how
that'd be epic. And that'd be some Nicki shit.
It would be. And see, that's how. So that power of having that fan base and having that much to like, and it's almost like even if these people aren't real, even if these barbs are just like fucking bots or like, people in a different country that's like fucking, or even in this country, let me not be fucking, whatever xenophobic. The word is for xenophobic.
Yeah, because we're the weirdos over here.
Yeah, sure. But it's everywhere. It's not just here, but it's everywhere. But here and there, people that like literally are like their job or their like well-being is to be a stan, and like
them K-pop stands
working every day,
different,
always at it,
But I don't even know if they're like the toxic type either, or they're just like really hardworking for their artist.
They're toxic in different ways.
Because I mean, I can't understand what the fuck they're saying. So
they're toxic in different ways. Like they're under everybody's types of posts. It's like we're not even talking about like you could just respond to a comment about something else and there'd be a video attached to it.
They
of like a K-pop
and they
video.
won't even have to like insult you. Exactly. They're just gonna swarm you with content under your shit to annoy the fuck out of you.
And it's gonna work. Because like, people are gonna gauge with the content, they're gonna see the drama, they're gonna scroll, it counts as a view. Like it's gonna work. But that was like the most interesting thing I think with like my interactions with understanding the power of Nicki and how she just has that shit. She doesn't even have to say anything. Like the company will do it for you. Like as if your image is so important that you can't even let people talk about them. Nah, yeah, like that's.
I just don't know how
power,
she.
yo.
I don't know how she got
That's power.
there, Nicki. You know, I mean, she's a big star, and but like again, what for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't.
She was the most consistent and biggest like female rapper for like most of the 2010s and like even
of our generation.
Yeah, of our generation. Like there really wasn't that many out there that was doing it like she was and consistently and had a bigger cosign than anybody else who was trying to do what she was doing. So, I mean,
the lane was just wide open for so fucking long, and she was just aligned with the correct people to put her in that position.
Yeah. So I see how it happened. It's just, should it stay there now that the lane is kind of open and like, yes, she can kind of be the queen of that or however wants to give her the title of whatever title she has in terms of giving more. Cause honestly, I think more than ever before, we have seen so many female rappers gain success and fame and like publicity just from doing what the fuck they wanted. Like the lane has just been busted wide open. No pun intended. So I don't know. I just think like,
what would be the pun there, Tren?
Hey man, you know, you feel me? But yeah, no, I think there's a lot of different female rappers out now, and I don't need to stop it. There's a lot of rappers that are out there now who didn't have a chance the same way back in the day. And like, yes, we have to thank Lil Kim. Yes, we have to thank the MC Lights and the Nicki Minaj's because, it wasn't going to be as like, it's a male dominated industry. So it really wasn't going to get there without somebody at the forefront taking all the heat, why she rapping about this, putting pussy on sideburns. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, it had to happen. Now that shit is out there, bro. Now niggas is rapping to
even
it.
Be on your sideburn.
Yeah, I still don't get that.
That's just like an obscure place for the pussy to be.
Yeah, don't put your pussy.
Like, why are you? Why are you
rubbing your pussy on the side of my face?
Dog rubs their ass on the carpet.
Yeah, on my sideburn. And apparently, I heard pussy. I don't know if this is scientific, but I heard pussy makes your beard red, or like it does something like the pussy juice does something to the hair on you. So if you go,
that's blood, baby.
You go. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I just heard that like somebody was like posting a video of it, and like their beard was kind of reddish in some places, and like it was like dye. It was like almost like dye.
Dog. And yeah, no. I saw that video. That is not what you think.
Okay.
That's what Dame's right about that particular video.
All right, my fault,
Yeah, no, he was saying he was being very clear about what made his beard red.
Yo, either way, don't put your pussy on my face. Either way, all in all, that's the moral of the story. We can move on from this. We've been talking about Nicki for a long time. Nas's performance at MSG.
Yeah, what's going on with this?
Yeah, tell us how, because obviously you love Nas.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't go.
You'd marry Nas for fucking. You'd let Nas marry you for insurance for sure.
100%, absolutely.
Yo, fuck you.
Absolutely. Listen,
fuck so you don't even know him from a can of paint, bro.
I do know him.
I know you all my life.
Yeah, I do know him. I've known him longer than I've known you, nigga. The fuck? You did not make If I Rule the World, bro. Sorry.
Just imagine that.
Just saying. No, but it just I didn't go obviously, but I heard it was a great show. I really wish more artists did the streaming thing, the Amazon Primes or whatever. I think The Weeknd just dropped a show on HBO Max. Haven't gotten a chance to watch that yet, but I do plan on watching it. But those one night only type things, man, it kind of sucks that more people can't experience them, right? Just, and I think it limits the artist pull, stuff like that, like a Nas show live on fucking Netflix or HBO Max or something like that will go crazy. I think Chris Rock's show is live tonight, on Netflix. But my question was based on Nas's being sold out, the response to it. do we think that there are any other artists, and it doesn't have to be rap artists, that have been in the game for 30 years, right? That could sell out their arena, right, today?
Any white legend.
Any of them?
Joel, what's his name? Joel, whatever, just set the record for
Billy
the
Joel?
most Billy Joel just set the record for the most like profitable tour ever.
Well, Billy Joel,
Billy
Joel sells out at Madison Square Garden all the time.
I think Bruce Springsteen could sell out Jersey with ease.
Facts. Elton John could sell out for sure.
A one night only show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
White
So,
legends.
I talked about this before in the past. White people show up for their legends.
For sure.
We don't see it too much with the black folk.
I went to a Hootie and a Blowfish show recently. I think I spoke about that on the pod too. Just a bunch of old white people, but they in there, man, having a fucking amazing time, you know. And the band is, you know, they're all getting older, but they're still out there performing, you know. And
yeah.
I think it does suck. I think it does suck that, you know, some of the kind of, you know, legacy acts or whatever are kind of limited to like club performances and shit like that, where they were in arenas years ago, right? And I think certain people have tried to like push back. I know Ice Cube and Snoop and E40 and Too Short got a new album out. I think they're called Mount Westmore. You know, they like have formed a group called Mount Westmore. But again, I don't really see people talking about it. So I think that's what put Nas in a very unique position where, like, is Nas the first, like, rapper at his level that is, like, just going to be able to perform all of his hits for however long and still sell out?
Well, in his hometown, I think it
yeah.
works better in that way. But go ahead, D.
And I think it also helps that he's still active.
Yeah.
Because we don't necessarily see too many people, even 20 years in, still dropping albums, not only at the magnitude that Nas has been at lately, but at the quality. Working with one of the hottest producers in the genre at the same time. I don't think a lot of rappers are in the same position as Nas. They don't have, not for nothing, a lot of those rappers from the 90s, they wasn't really making the same money that a lot of rappers nowadays are making, especially like the business ventures that Nas has on the side. With
Nas is an underrated entrepreneur for sure.
Yeah. Outside of like the crypto stuff, you know, there's Hennessy, there's the magazine stuff that he's also been doing forever. You know, a lot of artists just from his time when he came out, they don't have the same money. Like outside of like him, Jay, Cube, Cool. LL's a little before them, but like outside of like those guys, there's not really too many of them that can do that. They can say that in the same position to do that. Unless they're brought onto like a huge show. Like that's why I love a lot of these festivals, bringing back some of these older artists. Whether they be I don't know if Made in America is going to be. I think Made in America is done now. But when Rock the Bells was like a thing, I used to love Rock the Bells, and it was never like at a huge arena. It was always like a park or something like with a big space where they have multiple different stages and multiple different people performing. So I just don't think that a lot of artists have the same opportunities as Nas does, and Nas is very, I don't want to say lucky because he put himself in that situation with all the work that and the investments that he'd made. But yeah, man, not a lot of people could do that. I mean, Jay is probably like one of the only other ones. Him and maybe Cube. I don't know if Cube could sell out like a Madison Square. I don't know what would the Madison Square Garden equivalent be over there. I'm not sure. Staples Center is Staples. Yeah, maybe he could sell out Staples. I don't know, but
I don't think Cube can sell out Staples, man. I don't think
Snoop can sell out Staples. I think it's maybe. I think Snoop could sell out arenas, not in the U.S. If Snoop goes anywhere overseas, I think he could tear that shit down.
Not to fucking shit on Snoop, but I saw Snoop,
50 as well.
I saw Snoop. I was about to bring up 50 because I didn't know if he was 30 years in the game or not.
Exactly, but he's not 30 years in.
Yeah, but Snoop.
Almost.
Not to shit on Snoop. I saw him for free at a Jersey City. It was like a 4th of July concert. Right. Stop laughing because you can't.
My bad.
I didn't see him for free though. It was mad weird. I didn't even know he was going to be there. It was him and Akon. Like it was. I was walking through Jersey City looking for fireworks.
What year was this?
This was like not too long ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, but maybe longer than that. I don't know, but it was a while ago. And I was just walking through Jersey City looking for like a good place to watch fireworks, and I see this concert going on. So I'm like, "Oh, what's that about?" And I just walked up, and I was in the crowd, and no tickets or nothing. You literally just walk and be a part of the crowd. And there, Snoop Dogg was on this fucking stage, and Akon was there, and somebody else was there. I forget, but yeah, I saw a free Snoop Dogg concert. So I'm like, I don't know, man.
For shizzle.
Yeah, so definitely on the East Coast, he ain't selling out shit, if we being real. But over like like you said, internationally, maybe.
Yeah. Sure.
So 50 don't got 30 years in that game, right? Because I mean, he's
probably
been
he came out like 2003. Yeah.
Debut
but
album
mainstream wise, he's been like
it's been 20.
Yeah.
Yes. So
they actually just did the 20.
Still a while though.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I saw he was recently on. He did a world tour too, and bruh, there was a lot of people at the motherfucking shows, singing word for word all the way in like Iceland and shit.
I think Bout can sell out a tour. Can sell out a stadium.
Yeah.
Who?
I think she, like if we
Badu, Erykah Badu.
Yeah, Erykah Badu could definitely do that shit. Maybe Jill Scott too. Maybe.
Nah.
I don't know about that. She got to bring the roots with her.
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm talking about, like, could she sell out Wells Fargo Arena in Philly? Like,
no,
I don't think she can.
Not without the roots.
What about Lauryn Hill?
Baby, don't worry about it.
Hell no, nobody's coming to a Lauryn Hill show. She's got to do 5 years straight of like not fucking up shows, and then she'd have to play records that she doesn't play. So if it was like 30-year anniversary, which is still 5, that's the thing. The 30-year anniversary of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is still 5 years away. That's why it's so fucking crazy what Nas did, selling out Madison Square. When he dropped his first album, he's playing records from 1992, bro. That's bananas.
Yeah. Shout out to Nas.
Yeah, shout out to Nas and the culture impact, Hopefully we get more
He
artists.
was my go at one point, for sure.
Yeah, hopefully we get more artists that can be like that. There's not a lot of artists that we can see that get that amount of longevity and that chance, So hopefully you get more from that. We get into music now, like more music stuff since we're here, get into some albums that came out.
I mean, since we don't got to go all the way into the music. You guys want to touch on that Drake and Yachty interview? Since we're talking about how artists being around for a while, Drake did mention his regrets on speaking about wanting to retire so early.
Yeah.
But yeah, recently Drake did an interview with Lil Yachty. It was Lil Yachty's interview, right? Like it was like his thing, like under his own shit.
It looked like it.
2 goats on the beach.
A goat in the boat. But yeah, I mean, it's dope. It looks beautiful. Cinematography's on point. Location is wonderful. Color profile is dope.
Setting the scene, like the background music, like the mood that they're setting is really nice. With that,
yeah, and it's just a nice conversation between 2 friends. Between 2 good pals, good buddies.
Yeah, man.
What do you guys think?
So I didn't get a chance to actually watch the interview. I just saw a few.
Man. I told you to watch it, bro. I watched that shit, man. It was good.
I'm sure it was good. I saw just a few of the clips that came out from it. So, I'm excited to watch it. I will watch it though. I just haven't.
It's very calming. It's very calming, and it's like cool. Like Drake hasn't done interviews in a long time, so it's like
a long time. Yeah.
Cool to see him in that light as well. He did another interview too with somebody else, some white dude. I forgot what.
It was like a comedy. It was like one of that
long.
Nigga with the mullet and the fat dude, the weirdo, to be sitting next to him.
Yeah, had his son on there too. This shit was funny. Like if you want to, that shit was good. That's also funny, to watch. But
how many?
I like it. I think what they just get right to it. Huh? Okay.
I'm just how many more, curious.
How many more what?
How many more years of Drake do we get?
I remember saying that he needs to go the fuck away.
I think until he drops. Like we ain't getting no more Drake until.
But why is he dropping again?
I mean until he drops. I mean like either in death or some sort of like cancellation, like full on cancellation. Like we gotta get Drake till he's done. Like in terms of like just like he can't put out music anymore. They're gonna have to R. Kelly this nigga for real if they really want him to like get out of here. He's not gonna stop, bro. It's clear he's not gonna stop. He's
making too much money being in front of the camera, whether he's making music or not. At this point, whether it's like he's doing that gambling shit with Steak, or he's like or hopping on somebody's stream. Euphoria. Nigga, he has no. I've seen. What was that in that interview with the white boy? He was talking about producing Euphoria. Yo, I'm convinced now he has no hands on that show at the fuck all.
Yeah, but he hasn't even seen it. He hasn't even seen it.
He's Lil Yachtying this fucking that TV show.
Yeah, no, he hasn't seen it at all. He hasn't seen it at all. But he's got a lot of different. He has options. That's what I was talking about with celebrities that have like shit outside of music.
It's liquor.
He doesn't have.
He has a lot of shit going on.
He doesn't have to do music, but he will because it's also like it's what he. It seems like what he loves, and he loves being an artist. Like what she said in the Yachty interview, he was kind of just like, yo, like he still does shit that can be seen as artistic. He obviously cares like how people view his shit. He like was talking about the whole thing with the he got 40 something diamonds in his necklace or because it was like all the times he thought about getting married or proposing or something like shit like that. He said that was a joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it was a joke, but like nobody got it. But because he's Drake, you kind of that sounds like some Drake shit. So I think he loves the image, and I don't think he's like gonna stop unless somebody stops him.
Drake is a corny ass nigga.
He's a what?
Drake is corny
ass nigga.
Drake is corny.
Yeah,
more corny.
He can make that 45 if he's trying to give me insurance.
I never thought Michael B. Jordan was corny. That's the thing. Like people talk about this Michael B. Jordan shit like he was Nick Cannon. They've been calling him corny his whole career.
And niggas say Nick Cannon for a whole different reason, but. Again, we're not getting into that. So yeah, I think Drake he's gonna keep going till he can't no more, like physically.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
I think Drake is such a. I think Drake cares about the quality of the music, and I think if he knew that he didn't feel anything, I think he would stop.
Yeah, because I don't know if he's ever gonna. He's like LeBron in the sense where like I don't know if he's ever gonna go through that year where he's going 12, 8, and 4. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like having really bad quality music. I mean, people are gonna say like her loss is, there was bad quality stuff on there, but we know Drake is still able to make quality music whenever he wants to. If he wants to go back to that crooning shit, it's gonna sound fire. We heard it in songs like Spin Bout. We heard it in certain songs. Like he can do that when he wants to. Like right now, he's just bored and he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. I forgot who said this, but I really would like Drake to drop like an actual rap album at some point, and I think he will give that to us at least once before he fades off into the sunset. Right now I think he's just bored. He's doing fun interviews. He's not sitting down with like some guy who's gonna ask him some serious ass questions about the next part of his career or what can we be expecting. All the boring questions that the quote unquote fans want to know. He's just doing shit that excites him now. Shit that's fun. Shit that he can look back on and laugh about. Like and shit like this Yachty interview. Shit like that interview with the white boy that he did with his son. That's dope to him, I think. And I think he's just gonna continue just finding stuff that's dope to him until like Hot said he's burnt out or he doesn't want to do nothing no more.
What did y'all think of the Spin Bout You video?
That I didn't see. I'm sorry.
Damn. I wish you would have. But you saw it. What? Did you see it, Hot?
I did see it.
Okay. All right. Well, I sent y'all this like a couple days after that shit dropped, and I said, "There's no way you can guess how this is gonna end," and it's true. There's no way. Yeah. Like watching that shit, there's no way. So I'm sorry, D, but we gonna have to spoil that shit for you. Or maybe I don't know. Like, but yeah, no, I thought it was
right now. Just to end.
No, you can't, bro. Like you can't. It's not gonna make any sense. It's not gonna.
Oh, they're on a boat, looking out looking in the ocean. Okay, looking for somebody, looking for something. They throw a floaty out there. It's a girl. She's very voluptuous, more voluptuous woman. The driver. There's a helicopter there. It's nighttime now. What the fuck is that little boat riding towards them? Now he's rapping to some girls. A party going on now. Oh shit! This nigga's just like fuck me. They're robbing him. Aaron's too. Like crawling out of here. Yeah, there's pandemonium
like
going on. He's trying to break away.
Watching,
yo, they are
shoving
the chop or over the fucking boat. Oh, that's fucked up. Now they're sexually harassing them. They drew a heart over 21 Savage tattoo, lighting this motherfucker on fire. Did they kill him? Wait, are they still on the boat? Is he dead? Where is he? Okay, wait, I had to go back.
They shot Drake in the head, and
did they shoot him? I didn't see him get shot yet. Hold on. Oh, yep. There he goes. 21 Savage tries to run off. 21 got away. Oh no, that nigga done.
He's definitely
they definitely missed. Them bitches don't got no fucking aim. 21 got away.
But he was tied up, wasn't he?
He's tied. His hands are tied. There's no boat now. The boat's on fire. Yeah.
You don't really need your arms like that.
I feel like
bro, Mr. I can't.
None of us. All right.
I feel like
that wasn't what you were saying last week. Talking about I ain't jumping off of nothing. Come on now, bro. Like we should have gave you.
If my life is in,
we should have gave you a trigger warning with that shit because nigga jumped off straight up. Y'all think that symbolizes something?
The jumping off,
Drake getting killed and 21 getting away.
Nah. I think Drake likes putting himself in things that make him look ridiculous. Like I think he likes kind of being self-deprecating in that way. I'm pretty sure 21 would not want to be shot in a video because, certain people believe, especially people from the South, they believe certain, you don't want to act out certain things, so I'm pretty sure Drake is a bit more like, oh no, let's just do it for the shot, and 21 was probably like, this, I'm not letting this bitch kill me on camera. You know what I mean? Like, so
they let him rob him.
Yeah.
Oh, not the errands too.
My thing is this video kind of ruined the song for me. I just did not expect this at all. Like I can't see, like it's the same thing with Flashing Lights. Like I can't listen to Flashing Lights without thinking about that girl hitting upside the head
in the trunk.
In the trunk. Yeah, that's just traumatizing. Like I don't know. Like the Spin About You song was kind of ruined for me because of this video. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked it. I liked how they were like, they were kind of trying not to be creeps, but they were. When they first save her and she's like still in the towel and they're like fucking just staring at her like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like what's about to happen?
Elevator
like
eyes.
Yeah, like they already have like they're already like infatuated with her, I guess. And like they don't know her from a can of paint. Yeah, so I thought the video was dope. I thought it was really dope.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Humorous.
I thought I don't know where Drake be finding these women at, bro, but that woman is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? She's Jesus Christ. That's his type for sure. Definitely his type.
Yeah,
so shout out to 21.
Yeah, shout out to 21 and Drake, man. Good shit. But let's get to some of these drops because we got a lot of music coming and a lot of music that came. Just want to remind y'all, we dropped on Patreon. We talked a little bit about what spurred the conversation was the Chris Brown, Chloe Bailey track.
Chloe Bailey.
Like I said, Chris Brown first. Chloe Bailey, Chris Brown song that came out, which obviously was, had a sample in it. And we talked a lot about the good uses and the bad uses and the lazy uses of samples and songs. That's on Patreon, patreon.com/Because I Am Podcast. Check that out there. We're going to talk a little bit more about that stuff on later pod. But check that out there. But a lot of music dropped, bro. Just from what I know, before we get like deep dive into the ones that we want to talk about, Masego dropped. I don't know if y'all know about, like if I care about him dropping.
Yeah, you played a couple songs for me before. It was cool.
Yeah, man.
Masego
again with that fucking sample shit, man. Like nigga sampled the Cha Cha Slide, and this album is called Masego.
Like just Masego?
Just Masego. That's it. Just Masego. And the first track, he samples the Cha Cha Slide, which I'm just like,
take it back now, y'all.
What are we doing, bro? What are we really doing, bro? He didn't need to do that. That's why I'm mad about it. But
yeah, because like I heard it wasn't even a song that like I could understand if maybe you were trying to make a song in the same vein of the Cha Cha Slide, where it's like, yo, I want them to play this at all the family parties, or I want them to play this at all like these type of parties. But no, nigga, you wasn't even trying to do. You were just trying to make a banger, and you included the Cha Cha Slide for some reason.
Yeah, bro. Just unnecessary. But one thing I will note about that album is he's very strictly, and I don't know if he's just being an artist or if he like really feels this, but heavily throughout this album, he talks about his struggle on dealing with fame. Like he doesn't realize how famous he is, and he realizes he doesn't want it anymore. And he says very strictly on one of these songs that he doesn't want to be famous anymore. I don't know, like.
So take it back now, take it back now, y'all. Like step on back, get away from me, y'all. That's what he means.
Take it back. I'm a hop this time. Nah, I'm good, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, hopefully he don't. Hopefully he's not going through the depression or something like that. They got him feeling like that, but he does say very like flat out that he doesn't want to be famous anymore, which I found pretty interesting. Very quickly, we got we finally got the De La Soul drops.
You just gotta be racist.
It's all on streaming now. What's gotta be racist?
No, I said you just gotta be racist if you don't want to be famous no more. Just get canceled.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
I hate niggas that keep saying that, but yeah, niggas could disappear whenever they want to. Just gotta stay low.
It's a good out. It's a good out.
Niggas just don't want. They don't want to lose the money. Like. They don't actually not want to be famous. They just want to be rich. And you know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't give up the money
and then leave me alone.
Get rid of the fame. Yeah. So it's still money driven.
Yeah, gave any De La Soul records a spin since they've been back on streaming now?
I haven't yet. No, and I was actually just recently reminded by the text that you guys had, that we were talking about it. But no, I haven't yet. I actually completely forgot that they are on streaming now. I forgot that they weren't even like, not for nothing. Like all respect to De La Soul, but I wasn't really running back no De La Soul records these last few years, for any particular reason.
Yeah, I'm not a huge.
Probably because it wasn't there.
Exactly. So I wasn't even thinking about it.
So when it comes to like native tongues, I'm still like a, Queens based, Q-Tip. Phife Dawg is one of my favorite rappers of all time. Busta, those kind of guys. I wasn't really a De La fan like that. I just wasn't.
So. I like Me, Myself, and I a lot. There's like songs that like
lazy sample,
like where you're.
I'm just kidding. I think that's probably a lazy sample, bro.
I like where some of my playlist doesn't feel complete without some songs like that I've heard in my youth, which Me, Myself, and I was one of those. There are a couple other songs, but I do remember I did notice their absence on streaming because I remember I did look up like a lot of their discography, and they're not the only ones either. Like there's some songs that you can't find, even like some Parliament Funkadelic songs you can't find on there as well. But like all I say, like you're not really looking for that stuff mostly, but like. If you're like trying to add to playlists and stuff, and you're trying to like really fit a certain vibe, like even if like for people that are DJs and you're like looking for certain songs, there is an absence there, and like you try to look for it. So obviously, yeah, you're gonna need like some other resources to get these songs. So I'm glad it's on streaming. now, and people can like access it and discover it. You know, for the people that haven't really discovered or haven't deep dove into De La Soul's discography, maybe they'll find some stuff that they were missing. You know, now's the time. They got the publicity, and it should be known that they can be figured out now. So yeah, shout out to them real quick. You know, that's all on that. But let's get into some of the albums that we actually all heard. Like, how have you listened to the Don Toliver album yet?
Yeah, most of it. I didn't get through all of it, but I did listen to most of it.
Okay, Lovesick, the concept album,
quote unquote.
Thoughts.
Discourse.
The self-proclaimed conceptual album by Don Toliver is now available, and if you don't like that, you can have the deluxe because it came out
4 days later. Jesus Christ, y'all gotta stop doing it. I haven't even heard I haven't heard the deluxe yet because I was still letting the original album sit with me because I do like it a little bit more than when I did at first. I think I got too caught up on the idea that this was supposed to be a concept album. And I knew that going into my first listen, and that's the problem. I was listening for the concept, and I couldn't fucking find that bitch. I heard a whole bunch of songs that sounded all right, that sounded cool, but like, if this is supposed to be conceptual in any way, like I don't know how a lot of these songs flow into one another. Because like some of the songs would start one way, towards the end it might switch it up a little bit, slow it down, whatever it may be, but then it would have nothing to do with what's going on in the next song.
I think he baited us.
Yeah,
for sure. Because you're looking for something. It forces you to listen. If I say, "Yo, this is a concept," it's like you gonna listen to try to figure it out, and then at the end you might realize there's nothing there, but you still listened. So he might have succeeded at that.
So for those who don't know, Lovesick is supposed to be the name of a diner, and Don Toliver is supposed to be like the manager of that diner. Everybody who comes in has their own. Everybody who comes in is supposed to have their own story. The only thing that's going on, and that's how it's supposed. This album's supposed to be like the soundtrack for that.
All right, I guess.
See, look, here's the thing. If you can't get that without reading about it, it's probably not good.
It's probably one of those things that's written on, like, how Apple Music will have sometimes artists put like a description of the album there. It's probably like in one of those shits, but like nobody reads those, man, and nobody should have to.
Yeah. There's some honestly, there's some classic shit that's like that too. Like I still don't know what the fuck Hotel California is about. Like I don't know what that fucking song is about or what it means. You know what I mean? It's still a dope song, great record, but what the fuck does that? Like I get it. We're all stuck here. Stuck in what though? Like I it's just, it's happened before. But that's different from like there being nothing there. These are very, very like normal sounding records where there's no real through line. So I don't know. Yeah. I didn't hear a concept.
And don't get me wrong, and I like songs on the album. Like there's probably I probably picked out like a good 7 that I really enjoy.
That song with Brent is dope. Jersey Club influence. The
Jersey Bus Club Stop one. Like... Yeah, that one's cool. I don't like how it slows down at the end, personally.
Got the Charlie Wilson track on there. It's pretty good. Yeah, me neither. Yeah. Did the Cali track grow on you in cohesion?
No. It didn't. It no, it didn't. It didn't
make it any better. Like with everything.
No,
else.
Bro, it was a waste of a feature for me. And we'll get to it later, but his girl ended up giving a better example of like what these two should sound like on a track together. Again,
they dating for real?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was confirmed. Okay.
Yeah, they've been together.
When I went to see Tyler, she brought him out. He was there for that one song. Another big complaint of mine in the song "Leave the Club" with Lil Durk and Glorilla. I feel like there's not enough respect on Glorilla. She's on like she has like 30 seconds of the last 45 seconds of the song. They give her a dope beat switch, beat switch and everything. But yeah, it just seemed like it's the last 45 seconds, bro. Nobody's spinning that. A lot of people aren't really listening to it at that point. Like it's just a waste of a Glorilla verse for me. But I like the album ultimately. Did you gotta listen to that Justin Bieber Future song?
Yeah, I was just looking at that just now. I didn't listen to it. I don't remember what it sounds like. But they always sprinkle in Justin Bieber with niggas, bro. Like, it always putting him in somewhere. It's like, man, get somebody else.
They're giving him that flow.
You can't make fun of Justin Bieber anymore.
Why?
Because he's sick.
I don't go fuck.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm not making fun of his sickness. I'm saying get somebody else.
I'm not.
He don't sound bad either. He still sounds like Justin Bieber, but like, nigga, I'm not trying to hear Justin Bieber over this.
He don't sound how he look.
Jesus.
I'm saying, like, you can't tell that
another
he's
one
sick.
who I thought retired.
You can't tell that he's sick from the feature.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, from the internet perspective of, like, people are just very sensitive, especially with since Justin Bieber's gotten sick, and I just noticed that people don't really like making fun of him no more. He used to be like easy to make fun of, right? Because he said nigga.
Your opinion of Yachty's album would not change if he said that he needed a kidney. So
no,
fuck
me.
what you talking about right now.
Not me, of course not. But just in general, like people do kind of take those things personally for whatever reason. I don't know.
Cool album. Yo, stop being fake artsy, yo. Just because y'all get with some earthy ass chick who inspires you and makes you look at your inner self a little bit more does not make you some artsy ass nigga that can sit here and make an album and then come up with a concept afterwards and try to get it off as something that it isn't. Cut that shit out. It's a good album. Let it be that.
It might work on some people, but it ain't gonna work on us.
Add some skits, like, yo, at the parts where it slows down at the end, like maybe if he was like acting as the manager, talking to the customer, and it kind of like that conversation leads into the next song, like then I get it. Like I didn't like the Brent Faiyaz skits on that album, but I get that's what made it so that's what gave it its concept. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, at least if you're gonna say it, I'm not gonna like it, but at least do it. What makes it a concept?
Yeah, go all in.
Right. Yeah, bro. Have a nigga come in there arguing about what you put on his cheeseburger, and then you gotta slap the shit out of him, and then go into the next song with Future Justin Bieber.
yeah. Next song talking about things you don't get what you want.
Exactly. That's a concept. What happened to the real concept?
Man.
Yeah, I hate that he dropped Tizo because the Tizo touchdowns on the deluxe. I was like trying to see what was different about the deluxe. I think it's like an extra 4 songs or something.
I haven't heard it actually.
Yeah, I haven't heard it either, but I just saw the only one that I noticed because it was like a feature was Tizo touchdown. That was supposed to be like
Tizo,
somewhere between
that song No Pole, the first song, that's not on the original either.
Overall, I'll probably give it another listen just to try. Like with that new lens, it might change something for me. Who knows? It might not, but it's whatever. I'm not like forcing it at this point. It is what it is. If I like it, I like it. I don't. While we're on the conversation of skit albums, I want to talk about this College Park album by Logic. And I know, or maybe I don't. Like maybe
I skimmed through that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off you told me to listen to that shit.
Yo, listen to me, bro. Listen to me. Because here's something I noticed about Logic, bro. His beats are fucking amazing. His beat selection is amazing. And it always has been. That's probably what drew me to him in the past. It's like his beats were always fire. But I just always...
He's a rap nerd. I'd expect him to have a good ear.
Yeah, a good ear, and he's a producer as well. Like he's like credited as a producer on some of these tracks. But I'm wondering what is it about him where he's able to get access to such stars? Because bro, if you look at the features, right? Like you got the RZA on the first track, what's his name? Redman, Static Selector, Seth MacFarlane, bro.
Seth MacFarlane.
The nigga that plays Brian Griffin. Like, come on, bro. It sounded like Brian. Fucking Frank Sinatra on that shit. Did you hear that? Did you hear that track? Did you hear his
No,
that's what's going viral right now. Everybody's talking about, whoa, Seth MacFarlane, which he's a singer, bro. He made Family Guy. They singing that shit all the time. Yes, he's very talented. It's not that big a deal that he's on there. But whatever. I'm gonna stop hating. Joey Badass, which that song is tight on there. Nora Jones. fucking Bun B, like bro, and then not even just all the features, but also the producers, bro. He got soundtrack on here. He got Boy Wonder. Six, I think is, I don't know who Six is, but it's like 6ix is, I guess, his producer, because I've seen that name a lot for his other albums. But and he's credited as a producer too. And like I said before, Static Selector. So like my thing is, bro, either he's really rich and people feel like the bag is so big that they can't pass up working with him, even if they don't fuck with his like musical journey or whatever, or he's just a really nice guy. Like he's like,
I think
has
it's
like
that one.
Mac Miller stain, in the industry.
I think he's just genuinely a nice guy. He's a fan of all the people that he works with, so I think he shows a lot of respect. And it's one of those going back to our corny thing again. He's just one of those things. He's one of those people where I feel like the people in the industry don't necessarily hate him. It's the fans and maybe a select few of the old heads that really just think he's like corny as fuck.
Yeah,
and it's not really any deeper than that for anybody else in the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has his supporters in the industry and his fan base. I think people I think people legitimately fuck with Logic. I do, and I get it if you do, but I just happen to not be one of those fucking people.
I also gotta say, I don't think I've ever heard Logic say nigga until this album. He might have in previous albums, but he's saying nigga a lot on this album. And like,
he
yes,
said
he's
nigga on
biracial.
that fucking terrible song. When they see me as a house nigga, and let the beat drop and everything. He let the beat drop. He let the beat drop and everything and stayed there. Like,
he's like, yeah, isolate that. I need them to hear that one.
I need them to hear it. I need them to feel me on this.
But it's almost like he was testing the waters with that song, because on this album he's saying that shit like he deserves to. And yes, I guess we know he's biracial. He very much is open about that. But bro, it just feels weird, man. And I know it's probably just like a me thing, but like it feels weird listening to him say nigga. So what I want to say is I didn't listen to this album for Logic. I listened to it for the features and the beats were made. I stayed for the beats because the beats are fire. Like, listen to those. If not anything else, listen to those beats. Yeah. And I kind of get sad.
I'm gonna finish it. One of my biggest fears was that I was gonna listen to this album and actually really enjoy it, because I know he has the potential of like possibly dropping like a Russ potential type album. Not as many features on this one as Russ had on his, but like he's not as good of a lyricist as Russ to me, just because of his lyrical content. But I feel like he has that potential in him still. If you could just talk about something else. Just talk about, nigga, lean into the nerd shit, bro. Talk about like, you know how you used to talk about reference movies and shit, like video. Like, yo, do that again.
Yes. That nigga being biracial is his whole personality.
Oh, I hate it. But there's so many niggas that can fucking relate to it. Like, so many young niggas that can relate to it too. Like, honestly, if I was 13 years old, I'd probably think Logic is like a top 25 rapper to me too.
Yeah, bro.
But like, as you get older and you realize like some of the shit that he's saying is just very like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You've been saying this forever now. Like, fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me,
And like, I want to say that where we feel like Don Toliver doesn't have enough like skits and concept on his album,
God,
this one had too much. These skits, like, this is like a skit almost on the end of every song. Like, and literally sometimes these shits is 2 minutes long. Like, I think the Seth MacFarlane
niggas gotta
track,
drop skitless albums, yo.
Yeah, bro. Like,
they
skitless
gotta
versions.
start splitting it up.
Yeah,
skitless versions.
Yeah, you gotta.
If it's like to the extent of this, at least.
And it's a lot, bro. And yes, granted, some of them are funny, but like it fucks with like just my listening. I'm not adding a song with a skit on it to a playlist. You're gonna fuck up my shit, Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But anyway, I hate to say it, but I genuinely did. Like you said, D, like the thing that you feared, I enjoyed the album, which is like shocking, but not for him. It was for, or like, no, to my not for his rapping, I'll say. For his producing and the fact that he got these people together and his features, it's pretty tight. I can't lie. And Had, you should check it out too. You'll definitely fuck with the beats. Like, and that's like something that I like kind of try to imagine. I'm like, damn, I don't like him on this beat, but who else would kill on this beat? At least you can think about that.
I'll make a mashup for it.
I think there's another list in there maybe we could do for Patreon, like top 10 rappers who like we think that are just like nice people, but like we just don't like their music. Like they're probably like really, really cool to hang around, but the music doesn't hit. Because
like
again,
Lil Yachty for you.
Like Lil Yachty, I think I would love to chill with Lil Yachty. He might be fucking.
He seems like a really dope person.
Yeah, but that music is ass. And I think, and you know what's funny? I think that's what people are responding to when you don't like their music. I think people think that means you don't like them, or like they identify in a way that they can't hear critique because it feels like a critique of self. Where most of the time that's just not the case. At least for me, I think there's a lot of people that I absolutely love that make terrible fucking music, and I think there's people who are probably assholes and don't really get along with anybody, but they make great music, you know, and it's just that's what it is. So I think there's a list in there.
Word.
Yeah. But my thing with your logic, like to your point, D, about him kind of having like a big fan base, I think he might be a biracial hero. Like to all the people that like are looking for,
honestly, yes,
like some sort of icon or some sort of representation. Like,
imagine
where do
looking
you
for
get it
biracial
other than from like
representation?
Like, you'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised.
Like I said, for younger kids, like in that middle school, early high school age, they're gonna eat that shit right the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, bro. Because you're trying to find yourself.
Any rapper that feel like they're talking to them directly, they're gonna take everything that they're saying personal and follow that shit.
And that's what he's doing, and he knows that. He's talking to the kids that gotta grow up confused about, like, you know, am I too black for the white kids, too black for the whites? Like, people have that shit. Like, even if you're not biracial, you still have that mode of like identity, and like you can relate to it because of what he's talking about. And I think he knows that. And especially in like more recent days, biracial like children have become more, you know, prevalent. You know, I don't even know if that's the right word. That kind of makes it sound like they're fucking, you know, like I don't know, like something else. But
yeah, that sounds weird.
Like they're more around. Like there's a lot more biracial kids than
I still don't think you're. I still don't think you're doing this right.
Okay, well, I'm trying here. I'll apologize for it in 5 years, but I just think that
if they come and get you,
the biracial army,
biracial kids.
Yeah, what a logic call his fans. I should bleep that. That's not nice. That's too much.
Oh,
no, I didn't say hard R. I didn't say hard R.
They're not allowed to go.
Yeah, man. But anyway, I had this topic down. Maybe y'all could give it to me. Of who y'all would want. Of who y'all would want to bring to the cookout, because you know we always talking like, I feel like that's like a Twitter thing or social media.
Who's your token white?
Yeah, who's your token white? Who's your favorite white person?
That's a good question.
And it can't be favorite Logic because he biracial.
It can't be Logic.
I do like
purebred white.
I do like Neil Patrick Harris.
He's cool.
He's a cool white. He's a real cool white. He actually checks multiple boxes.
I think Bryan Cranston is pretty dope. He seems like a cool white person to be around. Like father, I feel like he'd be like a cool, like he kind of reminds me of my best friend, like Kieran. Like, he reminds me of him. Like when Kieran gets older, I feel like he'll be like Bryan Cranston.
Mine'd be weird. It'd be like Luke Combs, the country music artist. I fuck with Luke Combs, man. I fuck with him, or Chris Stapleton, somebody like that. The motherfuckers got so much soul, man. The motherfuckers is cool as shit. All they do is
it's
drink
harder,
and
bro.
make
That
music,
accent,
bro.
I can't get past those accents.
How come whenever we look for a white person to bring to the cookout, they gotta have some soul or some type of shit that make them kind of black? Okay, we can't just bring a white guy.
Yeah. He's like, I'm bringing Bobby Caldwell. What you won't do?
I think because something.
Not,
first of all, it's different kinds of soul. But yeah, no, because you still have to resonate with me, and like we still have to kind of click on a certain level. I mean, because let's be honest, stiff whiteness is whack. Like it just is. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be white and you can just like, but you know, you got to be. White is just like the emptiness, right? Like that's literally what it is. It's like there's nothing there, right? It's plain. Like that's like the whole cracker thing, right? It's just plainness, right? So you got to have some type of flavor to you. So you know,
I'm changing my pick to Seth Rogen.
See, I'm not a heavy smoker like that, so I don't think we'd be
smoking
cool.
aside. I feel like he's just a good time. He's just a fun guy.
I guess
infectious laugh.
I guess in that vein, like Jonah Hill will probably be dope to be around.
After you people,
I feel like he'd be an asshole. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he'd be.
I do feel like Jonah is stuck up.
I feel like he'd be a dick.
Like, I feel like if you're cool with Jonah, he's cool with you. But I feel like if you don't know Jonah, he's like very guarded. And I can see that from like interviews that he does as well. Like he doesn't really like take shit from nobody. And I think that's because of like the way people treated him when he was like after the whole what's that movie called? He blew up in Bad whatever.
Superbad.
Superbad, yeah. You know they got this perception of him as like this fat kid, funny fat kid, and they never really took serious. So
yeah,
I feel like that fucked with him growing up.
What about white women?
Adele
is a trap.
Y'all fucking with T Swift?
Nah. If I had to bring a white girl,
what white girl you bringing home?
White girl.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
R.I.P. Betty White, the GOAT white woman.
She probably tell you a lot of stories too. Yeah. Martha Stewart,
Hillary Duff.
The chick from Nestle Classified School Survivor Guide.
No. She
Why not? What's the problem?
They tear her a new asshole because she made some comments about a black woman on TikTok.
Well, there's that.
So yeah, she ain't coming, man. She can't come.
This is funny. 26 famous men who prove you don't need to be a woman to be a feminist. On this list, Ezra Miller. I swear to God.
Well, we definitely not bringing Ezra.
All right, I'm bringing
bro, keep your hands to yourself, man. Relax.
What's her name? Pluff, the girl from who plays Scarlet Witch. Scarlett Johansson's sister.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's her name? No.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
She's also in I can't think of none of these shit's names right now. The movie with all the flowers and the headdressing and shit.
Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah, Handmaid's Tale.
No.
Ugh, shit. No, you're right.
It was a movie, and it was like some fucking trippy as fuck movie.
I don't know.
And it's like they're all the women wear white and then flowers as a headdresses.
Oh, Midsommar. Florence
Midsommar,
Pugh.
Yeah. It's chick Florence
I never
Pugh.
saw that.
Yeah.
Well, Kat Dennings. OG.
Love Kat
fuck
Dennings.
Is that?
My God.
You know Kat Dennings when you see her.
Yeah,
she was in the first Thor movie.
Hayden Panettiere.
She called
now who's that white girl that used to break dance on Disney Channel all the time during the commercials?
Allison Phoenix.
She had the pony.
Felix, I think.
No, Allison Stone. Allison Stone, I think.
Right. There you go.
She's A1. She can come to the cookout.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
Now I'm just thinking white girls.
Dua Lipa.
That I would be with. This is different.
All right, next topic. What the fuck are we doing talking about this?
I'm sorry. Emma Stone. She seemed cool. Oh, what's his name? Ryan Gosling.
Nah. I feel like
Ryan Reynolds.
I feel like Ryan Gosling will try to fuck your bitch.
Me too.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Paul Rudd. How we not mention Paul Rudd? Paul Rudd can literally come to any fucking cookout.
Yeah,
charming dude.
That's true. As long as Jonathan Majors ain't there.
Facts.
He invited. But yeah, no, that's cool. That's nice. That's a nice little white group. Nice little white group of people.
Nice little
My
white
thing
group.
is like, how come people invite white people to the cookout for like the most minuscule things? Like you said, like D, it's like, how come they got a little bit of soul? If you could dance or if you singing something on Twitter, it's like you invited to the cookout. No, you're not, bro.
During
you're not
the whole Obama, what's it called? During both of his terms, Joe Biden was invited to the cookout for 8 straight years.
Nice.
How quickly we forget how much black people loved Joe Biden during that time.
It's like, I just love their relationship. They're so close. They're so cute. Like, bro, stop.
Oh, look at them fist bump.
He's so tolerant.
He's so tolerant.
Enough. But yeah, you're right, bro. Like, people invite white people to like, you gotta have a reason, like, of why you inviting them to the cookout for real. Cause like most of the time they're not even gonna come to your shit. And if they come, they're probably not bringing good food. I don't know. I'm on the fence.
No, old people like that be cantankerous as fuck at cookouts. Like I actually wouldn't want him.
Wait, is that the only reason?
Because he's old.
Hell yeah, bro! You ever invited a super old person to a chill event?
Bro, Betty White was 99 when she died, bro.
But she doesn't seem like that. Like she doesn't seem like she doesn't seem like she would. I feel like she would just kick it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's invited to the cookout.
Oh, for sure.
I share a beer with him. Not share.
Undertaker too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Undertaker. I feel like Undertaker like is not like a short thing, bro. Nigga, like I don't.
Nah.
I gotta hear him. I gotta hear a couple like podcasts with him on
it. He's actually been very, very vocal lately. He's on like a tour, doing like I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Maybe just choke slamming niggas in every city. But he's like on some Undertaker tour right now.
Speaking of tours, you know strippers have tours.
Yeah, of course.
Yo. Oh my god, yeah, I just knew that. This shit was like amazing to me the other day.
I didn't know it, but I'm not surprised. Like all I had to think about it was for a second, like, oh, these hoes gotta travel. Like, yeah.
Miracle Watts to somebody, they would go to a specific, like, one night only, see her at King of Diamonds. Like, that's not her base place. You know what I'm saying? She travels, yeah, for sure.
They got better one night onlys than Nas.
For sure. I'm sure if Miracle Watts wanted to, she could sell out fucking King of Diamonds.
I noticed that because the girl, I forgot what her name is. I think her name is Suki or something. The woman who was the face of her Lost album, she announced a stripper tour.
Yeah, her name is
Which
Suki.
is another reason why Drake can't stop making music, but it's because he's giving these strippers jobs, man. Look at how many industries he's touching.
His hands in a lot.
Exactly. But yeah, I learned about that recently. Whole stripper tour, man.
You could delete this, but someone was asking like
I love when Hod deletes like this.
Yo, he never deletes it either. This shit always ends up in the pot. This shit always ends up in the pot. But
because you say you can. I know I can. Do you want me to? Is the question. Don't leave it up to me.
Someone said
because I'm gonna leave it in.
Hey
yo.
You feel me?
Someone was asking like unpopular opinions about Kehlani. They were asking unpopular opinions about Kehlani.
Oh. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I'm leaving in something. Sorry. Continue.
They were asking for unpopular opinions about Kehlani, and someone said that she probably doesn't date black women. And I never thought about that.
Chicks that look like her.
Right. She always dates like light-skinned, Puerto Rican, Dominican-looking women. But like they said like she probably wouldn't date black women. And I never thought about that, but maybe. Like as far like
look hella black.
But do we not like an artist now because they won't date black women? Like,
but it's just Kehlani.
Like, do we look at a white artist or like a Spanish man weird because he won't date black women? Like Bad Bunny? Like, are we gonna fault him for not dating black women?
It depends. It depends on how much of his demographic is made
black
up
men
of black women or black whatever. How much of his demographic is made up of that? How readily they align themselves with black causes and black issues. Like it's just
You know what?
And
it's kind of true because people also shitting on Steve Lacy because he announced that he don't date black men, or that he's not like looking to date black men.
Yeah, and I've heard that before, but that shit is, I don't get it. I mean, but I don't get a lot about that shit, so I just
find it a little weird by people who announce like who they not trying to date.
Yeah,
it's like just don't date them. Like just okay, just don't do it. But like you saying it is just weird, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Just don't do it.
I would like to see her. I would like to see her with a sister though. I would. Is Kehlani black?
I mean, she did a party and Kyrie, so why wouldn't she date a black woman?
Exactly
at the same time.
Exactly.
So why wouldn't she date a black woman?
Right. That's the. Why wouldn't she? Isn't that an interesting question when you think about it?
Why would people think that? It's so weird. She literally has a track history
of dating
maybe
black
anymore.
Men. Of black.
Do y'all think it's fucked up if a girl dates a black person once and then it goes bad and then she doesn't date black people anymore?
Yes, I do. I think that's fucked up for sure. Because like, what if that person didn't know that they were like representing like the entire?
We don't gotta keep this in.
Not even so. Yo, I'm leaving in something. Let's be real.
If I dated a white person and it didn't go well, it's not likely to happen again.
Doesn't it matter why it didn't go well?
It definitely does matter. Let's say if it was just like a shitty person, I can't blame the whole race on that. But now, if I was tight with this person, but I started getting near their family, and maybe I just wasn't vibing with the way white families got along. The food was mad unseasoned. I couldn't do this no more. Y'all all Trumpies. I feel mad uncomfortable. That might leave a sour taste in my mouth dating whites in the future.
Yeah. I think that would be it for me too.
But would you make it known?
Would be,
or would you just kind of just do it? Like you wouldn't be
like... I wouldn't put a target on my back or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
Like go straight to Twitter. No more white women.
I've seen that.
I've
seen that for sure.
Yeah, I don't need to announce it.
I don't think it matters too much.
Like, who do you think you are? Like that your dating preferences matters to the masses.
It really depends on your reason. It really depends on your reason. Obviously, one bad situation doesn't mean that you need to write off the whole of anybody. I mean, people are people, man. There's good people and then there's bad people. That's it. And honestly,
bad apples.
Sometimes people don't even be bad. It just be y'all don't connect, so it is what it is. People are always just trying to not get hurt or not get someone be embarrassed, so people got their reasons for doing anything.
I've been 3 people's last men that they've dated.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which also feels kind of shitty. Like, what do you mean you can see that? What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? This is the type of shit I be talking about. You think you're gonna get away with these little fucking comments, nigga? Explain yourself. What do you mean you can see that? What kind of shit is that?
Nothing.
He's like, yeah, that makes sense. No, the fuck it doesn't. Tell me why. What do you mean? From your perspective, why does
it is just a huge coincidence. I agree with you.
Yo, explain, bro. Tell me for real. We can take it out. If it's really something that you're not comfortable saying.
Nah,
but now I just want to know. Now I just really want to know.
No, there's no through line. I was just fucking with you.
But yeah, I've been 3 people's last men, and 2 of them have made it known that I was their last man that they dated.
Why do you think it is?
Why did they tell me, or why am I their last man?
Why do you think they have that for you? Like, where it's like, shit, if Tren don't work, these niggas got to go.
I don't know. That's something I never actually really reflected on, of like, what was it about me, if anything? Because it probably isn't about me. It's probably just like them learning more about themselves. But if there was anything about me, what was it that made you say, you know what? I don't think I like men. Like, I don't think, and being with him made me realize that. It's kind of like, I don't know. I am curious though. Like, I've never asked them. Like why? And because I think it's kind of weird to ask that question. It's like, oh, like where'd this come from? You know, like did you like girls when you were with me? Which is probably most of the case. Some people just know. You know, I think I'm just naturally a comforting guy, and so maybe like a friendship that we thought was more than that could have just stayed a friendship, and then they just realized that it's like, all right, yeah, I really don't like dudes. I just thought this dude was a really nice friend, and could have been that. I don't know though. I really don't know, and I don't care to ask either. But I just find it interesting.
Word.
Yeah. You got anything else? Anything else y'all feeling very impactful for? Any other announcements? What else is going on in life?
What is happening? Actually no. Save that for. No, I got nothing.
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
We're good. Yeah, man. I think this is my last Jersey pod for a while, man. Next pod that releases, I'll be DC bound. Or Maryland, more so Maryland. I'll be in Maryland, but I'm like 20 minutes from DC. So shout out to the DMV. You know, if anybody's listening and got any recommendations for me.
I'll be up there in April, actually, if you want to hit an event with me.
Hell yeah. Which event is that? I mean, we don't got to talk about it on air, but, you know, we don't got to dox ourselves and shit.
Right.
We're talking about after all the shit you talking about with the bars, let's not make their job easier, you know?
Oh, yeah, they know exactly. I know exactly where this nigga going to be.
Yeah, come find your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's going to be
the drop on these niggas.
It's going to be in April. It's going to be in April, and it's going to be in the Maryland area, like around.
That's cool.
Mostly Baltimore, like in like the surrounding Baltimore area. We can link up.
Okay, well, I have to see
you going to be out there.
Yeah, I got to see how far I am from Baltimore, because I know, obviously, that area is kind of like, there's different pockets. Like, I'm like 2 hours from Ocean City, so it's like, you know, there's different pockets and stuff. I don't know how far I am from Baltimore. I haven't looked it up.
I would call it the DMV.
You know, either way. Yeah, the DMV. Either way, I'm down to chill. So hit me up when I'm over there. But you know, either way, let's get out of here, man. As y'all know, we share songs on every pod for your listening enjoyment. We have a playlist, a public playlist on Apple Music and Spotify, because we are Wicked Radio, and we update it after every episode. So please check that out. And like as always, we're gonna start with a song from Damon. So Damon, what song you got for us this week?
Yo. We didn't really talk about it because I know y'all didn't have the chance to hear the album just yet. But we also recently had a Kali Uchis drop. You know, I had to listen to that. I am seeing Kali Uchis in April. So I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait. So I'm listening to this album top to bottom all the time. It's a phenomenal album. Definitely go out and listen to it, fellas. Go listen to it for sure, so we could talk about it maybe next time. One of my favorite tracks off of there. This is Moral Conscious.
One thing about karma, that bitch will find you. When you're all alone, when you're all alone, you'll know you were wrong. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it when you're all alone. When you're all alone, you'll know you were wrong. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it when you're all alone. Maybe I'm just on my mind, trying to figure out tuned into Wicked Radio.
That is Kali Uchis, Moral Conscious, off her new album, Red Moon and Venus. The whole album is just like really vibey like that. Wonderful production all the way through. That one's produced by Dylan Wiggins. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Kali Uchis. Wonderful album.
Man, shout out Cali, man. Cancer Gang, you already know. And, she sounds good, bro. I'm already excited. From what I've heard so far off the album, and also just like the single that she dropped, it's been great. So, see you in May, baby girl.
I was gonna play Moonlight, but then I heard, Moonlight had already been out, so I wanted to play something that was fresh.
Yeah, man.
That Moonlight shit is nice as fuck though too.
Good shit, yo.
There's also a fantastic feature on there with Don Toliver. That's how you put a song together with both of y'all, Don. You don't just waste her. You see how she let you flex at the beginning of the song. At the end of the song, you got your little bag off too. That's how you do it. That's how you look after one another. Not that bullshit that you did.
All right. I'm going to share a song.
That John Morant gun.
I'm going to share a song from my mans, Gino 5, straight out of Englewood.
Hey, shout out Gino.
Dropped a song called On God.
I had bounced back from things I thought nobody could. Can't counteract this pain, but I gotta push. I just hit 20K, feeling like I got it good. Never set foot in LA, but they call me Hollywood. Never was the guy that'll blow up just to front. Always staying on my grind, I arose from the mud. Never compromise on my goals for my funds. No, I gotta stress the vibes, let them know I'm not the one. There's still shit to attain, so no, I'm not chilling. If you going through the same shit, you know how I'm feeling. Look, we all got a mission, and we all try to fit in. Had doors closed in my face, so I bought out the building. So many people gone, but with all my crying, I still work through the morning like an overnight shift. It's a shame, can't rejoice when I start to write this. Putting pain in these joints like it's arthritis. To find all my real friends, I had to lose them. That shit was gruesome, I had just gruesome. They can't accept me, then I gotta move them. I just confused them, but I had to do some. Complain or complete, I had to choose one. Made all my ends meet like I introduced them. I set my mission, got popular with it. They rock with my vision like I am Medusa. My spirit rich, my whole vibe, man, some Musa. My shit propelling, yo, it's about to shoot up. Got records like felons, just independent. And I swear I'm selling like I am the jeweler. Yeah, so let's get the shining with this here rhyming. Got a 9 to 5, you know I've been tired, shit I've been trying. I can get a band with my skills if I apply it. I made different plans for the meal, I got a diet. Connecting with the fans that I built, just from writing. I do this for my family still, so I'm providing. Whether playing in a show or staying on the road, still a neighbor to the code, how I've been living by it. Concerned by my passion, not the past tense. Ain't relaxing, I'ma make it happen. No, it all begins with the action. Patience wearing thin, you gon' think this shit a fashion. Could never move funny, I can't fake, you know that I'm through frontin' on God. Either stay or throw the deuce to me. If you wanna gain or you gotta lose something on God. Can't change if I do nothing. People in my family tree ain't even root for me. But I have a dream, so I gotta prove something. I keep it 200, tell me who want it on God.
You are now tuned into Wicked Radio.
That was Gino 5, On God, straight out of Englewood. Gino, love you, man.
Fire.
Thank you for sharing that. And like you said, sharing your pain.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, man, definitely a big friend of the show. We appreciate everything that you do and keep rocking, dog. And I saw that, he been dropping recently, man. Like, he dropped a couple songs. I don't know if y'all know about Kip Stone, but he dropped a song with him late last year. And it's funny because like I heard about Kip Stone like a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, and it's like, damn, he already working with Gino. So I'm like, that's good shit, two people that I really enjoy. So shout out Gino, man. Come fuck with us one day, dog.
This record is by a young lady out of Philly.
Philly?
I've been really like finding records that's like not really that I've literally never heard before. Her name is Kenya Vaughn. It's her first single in like 4 years, so it's literally only got like a couple thousand plays, but I just, I heard it, I thought it was fire, so I wanted to highlight it. It's called Overrated.
you out my mind. I wish that I could hit rewind so you can see that you're the reason why we fell out of this love. We stopped keeping in touch. I guess I wasn't enough for you to love me the way I am. I'm so sick and tired of hurting. What happened to the time when we were flirting on the phone? Or when you didn't wanna take me home? God damn it, will you own it? We had better days when we were chilling, it was so amazing, yeah. We all make mistakes, I hope a real ass nigga come and take your place. You're overrated. Overrated love. Overrated love. Overrated love. Overrated love. Now you're trying to bounce back. Nigga, what you call that? You ain't got shit to claim, we ain't on that. Try to say my name in vain, your game's real whack. That's real rap. Is this a shame? I know. Is this a game? You keep on running and blaze those low. Who is to blame? Can't say my name, shit ain't the same no more. Say no more. Giving you days, it's so wrong. Love me the way I am. I'm so sick and tired of hurting. What happened to the time when we were flirting on the phone? Or when you didn't wanna take me home? God damn it, will you own it? We had better days when we were chilling, it was so amazing, yeah. We all make mistakes, I hope a real ass nigga come and take your place. You're overrated. Overrated love. Overrated love. Overrated love. Overrated love.
You are now tuned into Wicked Radio.
Shout out Kenya Vaughn. Thought that was a really dope record.
That shit was heat.
Facts. Look at that thing. 21 years old. Young, sounding like a really
Not like an old head.
Yeah.
yeah, man. Old so
That was like some like that was some old like 2000s type of vibe
Yeah,
right
for
there.
sure. Some neo soul shit for sure. Yeah, she's real young.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how I know our playlist is tight? Because look at the like whenever I like look at my playlists and stuff, I look at like the recommended. Like it's like, all right, what does Spotify think
says a lot.
is like some heat to put on here, like to add to the playlist? And look at all them songs that they got there. Where I Go, Nothing Even Matters, Sir, Ari Lennox, like Ombre, Smino.
Is it the same
Masego.
recommended for all of us? Like each of our screens? Because mine says the same.
Yeah,
thing.
I see it now. Yeah, I see it. But like, you know, obviously like you can refresh and stuff and like get good songs in there. But that's how I know that we doing good, because all those artists are tight, and I'm sure all those songs will probably fit right in this tight too. So I don't know.
Yeah, they really want more Ari Lennox on here.
For
Facts,
sure.
facts.
We don't
They're like, yo,
respect
what's
Ari Lennox in there.
So yo, yeah, you put no Ari on there, man.
All we do is put a fucking Christmas song on there, and they're like, more.
Yeah. By yours truly. I just want to point out the person who said he don't like our voice. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. Please follow our public playlist, Because We Are Wicked Radio. It's on Apple Music and it's on Spotify. Make sure y'all check that out. And in case you forgot or missed it, we're on YouTube now. We got the first hour of every pod that we release on YouTube. And if you want the rest, you can go to patreon.com/BecauseIAmPodcast to watch the full video there. You got to subscribe. It's $1, $3 or $5. You know, you got $1 for us, man. Yeah, and we're giving you Patreon exclusives, and we got a lot more to come. Come on. You got $1, yo. You got $1.
It's just a fucking $1.
It's $1.
One fucking dollar.
We ain't getting no dollars for Black History Month. You got $1. Like, you know, pay us. We giving y'all content. We give y'all free content. But y'all can't support us? Come on, yo. If y'all want more like special content tailored for y'all know where to go. Patreon.com. So thank y'all for listening. Also, I didn't even know I mentioned D. I know you're a fan of Mac Hami. And is it the God Fahim is his name? Fahim? You know what I'm talking about? Mac Hami?
Oh yeah, Mac Homie.
Yeah, Mac Homie. Also, shout out Jersey. I think he dropped the album too, or dropped the tape. I don't know which one it is, either EP or album. Yeah, something Volume 2.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I forgot what the whole thing.
Anime Watchers. What's it called? New episode, which is like a mega episode of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Next episode's not going to drop for a few fucking months, so if you want to take your sweet ass time and watch that, by all means. It's fire though. It's an hour of fire. I'll probably watch it again and like every month until the new episode comes out. But
yeah, we'll be checking it out on this side as well. Definitely gonna go see Creed 3 tonight. I don't know if you guys are gonna see it by the time the next episode come out. So
I'm not seeing it with Shorty. Not that bold.
You're not trying to get the high treatment, man.
No, I'm gonna watch that by myself on a flight back to Jersey.
Michael B.
And act like I never seen it.
Yeah, I told you.
I don't know why I'm getting Magic Mike vibes for some reason. Like I just feel I don't know.
It probably
it's just gonna be these two niggas out sexying each other.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I think I already
but
know
I do hear it's some of the best like boxing filmed to this day. Yeah. I do hear that though.
I think I know exactly what's going to happen in the movie. So, I mean, but I've looked at the ratings, 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, 99% audience reviews. So, I mean, I'm assuming I'm going to see a good movie, but I'm not going to read anything. But I think I already know what's going to happen. So,
I just wish the rollout, like if I was on that team, I think the rollout could have been better. Like I think it would have been interesting, like to see, and this is still like for Creed 4, Michael B, if you direct another one, if you can risk getting your ass beat, possibly this is the time to listen to this. For Creed 4, I think whoever they get to fight him, or if they're getting whoever they get in a fight in general, they should really have an actual fight. Like they should really make them niggas fight, and whoever wins is the one who gets to direct the story.
In the movie? What the fuck?
Yes, you get to win in the movie and you direct the story. Like I would have liked to see a real fight between Michael B and Jonathan Majors, and then like the winner wins in the movie and you get to like kind of direct where the story goes.
Then what's the point of making the movie then if we don't know how it's gonna end?
Because it's almost you don't know how it's gonna end. You still gotta see what's going on.
You know who's gonna win.
Well, no, that doesn't get released. Like them boxing on their own doesn't get released. But like you see the prepping,
like bonus footage?
Exactly. Like you see the prepping, you see what they're both doing for the fight and everything, and then they really fight, and then you see what happens in the film.
Nah.
Shout out John Jones fighting for the heavyweight division for the first time. I don't know where you going with that, shit.
They call me champ. Yo, shut up! Stop saying that to me, bro. Stop doing that shit, bro. I'm not taking that shit no more.
Man.
Shout out Tyson Fury nephew or whatever, whoever that was. beat Jake
Fury,
Paul.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, shout out Tommy beating this nigga finally. Even though this nigga still made a bunch of money off of that fucking fight.
Yeah, all them shits is rigged, bro. I don't respect none of that shit. The Chris Rock thing comes out tonight. Like I said, it's supposed to be a live thing. Obviously, that shit's gonna.
I don't
go
know
viral.
if I'm gonna watch it.
I mean, it's gonna go viral because like,
I'm not
niggas is waiting for the Will Smith comments.
It is.
Yeah, if he ain't slapping the shit out of Will Smith, I don't want to see it.
Yo, I did hear one line. It was in the trailer. Said he was happy that Will Smith was getting whipped in Emancipation. Yo, if he actually says that might be the funniest thing he's ever said.
That's fucking hilarious, bro. That's a great line,
because I think me and Had have said it. Like I'm not like the hugest Chris Rock. I'm not a big fan of his stand-ups like that. I think he's great in movies, but I don't think he's like so funny. Like I don't think he has any crazy classic stand-ups like Eddie Murphy or anybody. So, but if he says that, that's some funny shit.
I used to think Chris Rock was pretty funny. I like the thing where he was talking about he made up the thing about like black people and niggas, like when you go in places where black people are and when you go in places where there's niggas, like there's a difference. The other funny thing he said was like marriage is people act like marriage is hard. Marriage isn't hard. It's just as long as two people are working towards the same thing. Two people can move a couch real easy. he be having some funny shit sometimes, man.
Yeah. Last thing, 6 Lack, aka Black. He's dropping.
Oh yeah, we didn't even fucking talk about that record.
He dropped a single.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear
that shit whack.
I'm Team Bryson anyway.
Hey, yeah, he should be dropping soon too. I don't know when, but yeah, but 6 Lakh, he's dropping in like a week or like some change or whatever.
Yeah, so we got a couple things we could talk about on the next one.
Yeah, we'll get to it. But no, I'm not seeing Creed 3 to answer your question. I don't think I will, to be honest. But maybe I'll bootleg it.
Black Magic Mike.
Yeah,
I'll tell y'all if the energy is the same or if it's different.
I saw a rumor too that Namor and him are gonna be like, that's already enough, bro. The shit that they was talking about with Namor, the way they sexualized that man.
That's what
the way that you sexualizing Kang.
I didn't sexualize Kang.
They gonna be in that bitch,
fucking
giving it up. They gonna be that bitch. Yeah, they gonna be doing something in there.
But people, I think the thing that made it prevalent to me was that people talk about how like the MCU characters don't fuck, right? Like literally since Iron Man, there has been like no like
niggas are horny, yo.
OD.
Just in a sense, but they don't even exude sexuality at all. It's like they're what they call it.
We got that kiss in the Eternals from Brian Tyree Hampson's character.
Oh, that's true. But like, there's just no sexuality whatsoever, and like it makes the movies a bit more unrealistic, right? There's no tension.
You got all these powers being fucking. You got to be like the boys.
And which movie? The last thing before we go, yo. Just make it worth it, yo. We clip this, make it worth it. Which one of the MCU movies do you think would benefit with some cheeks getting clapped in it?
It's a good question.
That's coming up. It's a great question, actually.
That's a good question.
Guardian shit, right?
Nigga, what? Who do you try?
You trying to see some freaky shit? You trying to see the raccoon?
I'm just
you trying to see Groot. You trying to see Groot fuck.
Yeah.
There's no love interest in any of the movies, man. Like, I mean, even with Peter and Gamora, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no.
Oh, he trying to get them cheeks back. For real.
He trying to have some biracial babies.
Yeah, that brings a different element to like trying to get the real Gamora back, but it also brings back some creepy vibes. It's like, I remember how good that pussy was. Come on, remember me. Remember
this dick.
Let me just show you one time. Let me just put the tip in. So it brings back some memories.
This should bring it back. I'm telling you.
I would bring it back. I definitely need Blade to slang some shit. I do.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Why?
I need rated R Marvel movie. Like, he need to be out there slanging some poon. For real. Slaying some poon, actually, I should say.
I don't know how we have not seen Thor clapping any cheeks yet.
Right. It's fucking Thor, bro. People act like he not Thor. Yeah. Come on now.
They should be throwing themselves at him.
And Namor could probably fuck because they got that wet down there. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah. Now all right. We can sign off now.
All the people he got down, fish or person, honestly, he can get down with it.
Futurama made a great fucking point years ago. Like, when the nigga Philip J. Fry married a mermaid, but realized she ain't have the lady parts on the bottom,
the reproductive organs.
Yeah, she had the fish parts on the bottom. You can't do nothing with that shit.
Yo, let's stay here real quick before we get out. Yo, I'm sorry. I promise this is the last one.
Here. I promise. Look at where you want to stay.
I promise this is the last one. If you had to be with a mermaid, would you rather her top half be fish or her bottom half?
I'm still going with the bottom half fish.
Whoa. Top half be fish? The bottom half be fish.
Yeah, top half be fish or bottom half.
You're going to get them gills working.
Yeah.
Listen, you do what you got to do, but one of them gills.
Wait.
What'd you say?
Nah, yeah. I got to see what that mouth do still. I can't look a fish in the eyes and fuck it, yo. I cannot do it.
Bro.
But what if it's talking?
I don't even like tuna. What breed of fish would it even be?
Yo, some
would
fish,
it look like a dolphin? Would it look like?
I don't think it matters.
What kind of fish would a mermaid be?
Some fish got some nice lips. I'm not gonna lie, yo.
All right, yeah, no. This is definitely where we end because we're not doing that, bro.
Nigga
trying to convince us that
octopus.
What are you doing, man? What are you about to
I looked up. Look, this is just a common Google search. Fish with fish with nice lips. Come on, bro. Look at these eyes, bro.
Never.
You hate it,
Maybe that one.
This not even a fish. Yo, come
on.
Bro.
Only the clip art.
Hold on. I got you right now. What's that one fish from Shark Tale?
That's the one you might get.
Yo, come on, bro. Yo,
oh shit!
Yo, stop playing with me, bro. Top half like that, bottom half still intact. Yo, stop playing with him.
Change the game.
Come on, bro. Look at her, bro. She got a dress on.
She got a dress on.
Hey, man. Y'all can cap all y'all want, bro. Y'all can cap all y'all want. One day we gotta have a serious conversation about animated crushes.
I'm knocking that down.
Me too, bro. Listen. I'll give up shrimp for that, for sure. One day we have to have a serious talk about animated crushes. That's a real shit. That shit'll pop. We got to talk about that. Think about it. Let it fester in your mind. Anyway, yo, all right, we done. So we'll see y'all in 2 weeks, man. If you miss us, go to the Patreon, go to the YouTube, like our clips, comment, engage with us. Talk about how much Ahad is a hater on the previous clips that we shared. You know how it goes.
You'll find some hate in there somewhere.
Yeah, you'll find it there. Don't worry. But we'll be back soon. So
for sure.
Y'all be safe. Have a nice St. Patrick's Day because we won't be here for that. But yeah.